Alrighty. Always with the ads.
Who gets... What's an ad, bro?
Oh yeah.
Imagine getting ads on Twitch.
That time tails.
Alrighty, so in our last session, knowing that there was an oncoming horde, you and many members of the Silver Fang set up camp in the floating citadel and assisted Kyrie in creating an aegis that would essentially cover over the city. While the Iron Tower and the Crescent Moon, along with the Vermilion Circle, shored up defenses around Murda itself. When you were about to go into combat, you learned that the attack had actually started a little bit sooner than you expected. As the oncoming horde was coming forward, you received word that a very large and powerful succubus has somehow found themselves in the Iron Tower. And as a result,
does
your
everybody know
mother was
that?
not able to come here. I believe currently only Nihilus does.
Okay.
Push.
Nope.
They would have noticed that your mom didn't show up, but that would probably be at least they would have that much information about it. But as you were combating the giant horde, you were greeted with a pit fiend that was very adamant about taking out your defenses and opening the line to allow more of the abyssal minions into the citadel to try and take over the entire place. As the combat went on, and you all actually did very well, particularly with Jean to his new found dragon form, and Eldon using his sharp precision in order to whittle away at its health. It started to show signs of wear when you were met with another ally who was Vorus. Seeing him in his paladin form, which is a little unusual as you are mostly used to seeing him just mixing drinks behind the bar. But finding that he is very capable and also somewhat thrill seeking as he goes into combat with you in order to assist you. And at this point, you find out that Kyrie has other plans for the Citadel, planning to use it as an explosive device to take out as much of the Horde as possible. You evacuate along with the other members of the Silver Fang, some in more conventional ways than others. But you are able to make your way back to the city, at which point Rain found herself crossing the threshold and seeing a vision, along with those that were attached to her, of another place where a more mature version of herself seems to be having a conversation with a Kyrie wearing garb that you have never seen before. Rain, you have regained your composure and now see everything that is in front of you back to what it was before the vision started.
And we all saw that other than Eldon, right?
Everybody was telepathically linked to her.
Other than Eldon.
So yes, other than Eldon, that would have been everybody.
We're a bunch that likes to keep secrets. We gotta know who knows what.
Because Eldon was right by Eris. But anyway, does the area look any or remotely familiar at all? Or what do I see?
We're inside the gate now, right?
You are literally crossing the threshold.
No, the flashback.
The flashback, make a history check. Nihilus, I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Huh. Why? What did I do?
Remember, you can probably tack on my +4.
Get 5. Wait, no.
You've
It's
been
4-7.
in
Okay, let's go.
a lot of dives. You don't recognize this one.
Do I
But you
get?
also
a
don't
dive?
remember ever meeting a dive, like a dive bar.
Oh,
You don't recognize this one, and you specifically don't remember ever meeting Kyrie previous to just meeting her in the bar that she owns.
mm-hmm.
And yes, you would get Jeans +4. So that would
Sorry.
be 15.
What kind
My brother. I'm sorry. My brother-in-law's name is Gene, and I spelled it like his name. I'm so tired.
Oh god!
Um,
First behemoth, and now this.
Right.
Hey,
And that's
Edgar.
good to know.
Damn it, Tails.
That sounds like an awful lot of excuses, honestly.
Hey, that woke you up from your charm, okay? That worked. That worked.
Anywho, do I see anybody around who looks like they're from the tower?
You do see a few members. They are helping out over here by the edge of the lake, where they are essentially helping the wounded clean their wounds. The lake does not look nearly as clean as it did before.
Okay, I'm gonna stalk over to them like I'm in charge and demand a status report.
Okay. So when you walk up, you do find a few individuals over there. Make a perception check. Okay. You find that the group that's in front of you, one of them is a injured member of the Silver Fang, and the other individual is a member of Roxas's security detail.
Who's that?
Yeah, who is that again?
Roxas is the head of security for the Iron Tower.
Okay, that one. I want to talk to that one.
Okay. When you walk up to him and demand a report, make an intimidation check. This will be at disadvantage because they are quite literally security.
Can I go with them and enhance the intimidation?
How are you enhancing this?
That's not horrible.
I'm going to glare at them and kind of become a bodyguard of sorts.
Okay.
Why do we
alright.
need to intimidate them? We can just ask nicely.
I don't
You just fall
understand
over
you there.
yourself. You leave her alone for 2 months, and this is what happens. You know.
Yeah, ego through the roof.
Well, as you go up, you start talking in a very demanding tone, asking for a status report. The individual who is an elven-born, definitely in their younger years, but very well built and seeming to be somebody that is not unused to confrontation. They are definitely holding their nerves, particularly being so close to the combat that is quite literally not even 100 feet away from you all. They kind of look you up and down, themselves just glaring at first, and then seem to have a moment of unsurety. I'm unfamiliar with you, ma'am, but the current report in the region is we're tending to the wounded and ensuring that the Iron Tower is ready for its assault on the Horde once we take over for the Vermilion Circle.
That's not what I meant. What's the current status in the tower?
I have not been there myself for a few hours, but as there was some explosions earlier, and they point up at the tower, and you do see a number of holes in the top of the tower, including one that is completely iced over in your mother's signature magic.
Okay. Useless.
Has anybody breached the safety shield of the town yet, or is it kind of calm type of deal?
I point to the tower.
Well, the shield can
To be
hold
fair,
off.
you haven't told us that. You literally just said so.
Is there chaos ensuing in the street around us, or is it pretty fairly?
It's
quote
actually extremely organized, and it seems to be in large part because of the Iron Tower security guards. They are making the point to direct things and make sure everything's working appropriately. Members of the Vermilion Circle are going around and healing and taking care of the wounded, most of which are druids or members of the Silver Fang. The security personnel that kind of looks your way, so they're we did hear reports of an attack, but we also did hear that it was taken care of relatively quickly. There were a few injuries, but overall, as far as I know, there was no fatalities.
Okay, and all the founders have been accounted for. Nobody's missing.
As far as I know, in fact, they should be coming up here within the next hour or two. We'll be heading up the next assault to give the Vermilion Circle a moment to rest.
Okay, thank you, sir. Soldier.
He kind of gives you a nod, salute, and kind of looking you up and down, unsure of if you are actually superior to him in rank or not.
Hopefully our little 10 badges aren't noticeable.
He's in the.
Thunder
I
Lady.
specifically picked somebody from the tower, not the Silver Fang.
All right. So you all have just come in. You do see Vorus is talking with a few individuals of the Silver Fang, and he comes back to the group. Well, looks like most of them got away. A few injuries here and there, and a couple individuals weren't quite ready for that kind of fall, but apparently most individuals made it back.
You have a lot of experience falling from great heights, don't you?
It's a fun game, isn't it?
So what's our game plan then, guys?
I would like to find out where my mother is. Oh, the reason my mother didn't make the attack, and I tell them that the Great Succubus showed up.
Well, we should probably find where we're needed the most.
I think I should find my mother.
Here's a problem. I would prefer to stay away from combat right now, personally.
That's a fair statement, actually.
Ow! There's combat all around
I've got
us.
nothing. I've got a 3rd level spell. That's all I have.
You still got your fists, and he kind of
don't
whacks
even-
you on the back of your chest. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Take a half step.
Gonna knock you flat.
No, I'll be fine. Dex save.
You get knocked to your ass,
I got
bro.
+2. I'll be fine. Not fine.
And you're my +4.
So
13.
he is going to try and control himself. Let's see how it goes. That is not great for him. So he doesn't
Unfortunate.
knock you like ridiculously forward, but you
Sorry,
you definitely are jostled off your feet.
That's fine.
Oh, maybe you are a little unsteady. It'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
I love this guy.
Anyways, I need to go check on my wife. Kind of looking over at Nihilus. And
Avoid that contact.
don't worry, lass. She's already told me where things are in that regard, and no competition here. Anyways,
Actually, I'm going to go over to Vorus. Can I come with you?
hey, we're gonna be heading down to the Crescent Moon.
Alright,
We meet you guys down there, or
I'll go with Vorus.
Is there? I would like to check in on the tower. Is there somebody who can help me get to the Crescent Moon after?
I will tag.
I don't think
well,
we should be
it's still gonna
splitting.
be 5 hours anyway.
Oh yeah, let's split the party. That sounds like a grand idea. Let's do it. I've been
mean,
looking forward to making a new character.
I got
Forrest, would the leaders of the Iron Tower be down there as well, or would they be in the Iron Tower?
Most of them are up there getting ready for their assault. The objective is that we're going to be alternating between the 3 entities, although the Crescent Moon's going to be pretending mostly to be Silver Fang. But, so you're going to see a lot more non-fanged individuals out there than you would expect.
Nihilus.
I would like to check in with the tower before we go down.
Is it just your mother you need to talk to?
Well, I mean, I would like to check in on the status of everything.
Can it be dealt with in 25 words?
I mean, if you need to go to the tower, it's literally right there. It's not that far. And you
What-
already know the way down, don't you?
We know one way.
I've
we
only
have to
been
go out
once.
for it. Would we have known like
Ah.
other ways at this point, or no?
Here, come here.
Well, you just walk in
And
the
at this
front door.
point, Vorus takes you over to the mausoleum in the cemetery. If you need to get down, come over here. And you see him kicking one of the coffins. And it
Ew.
pushes itself into the wall, and the bottom floor opens.
Sweet.
Just gotta kick the coffin, huh?
You will need to push it a little harder than. You'll be fine.
Teamwork. We'll get it done. Okay.
Well, anybody following me? I'm heading now.
I'm gonna go.
I don't want to split the party, but
I don't either, but I really want to check in on the tower.
If you're worried, I can go with Nihilus. Since I have all my spell slots and protection, if you four head out with him.
I'll go
Oh
to the tower.
boy.
oh, we're going to the tower.
I would like to go to the tower.
Is
Go
Rain,
one,
so okay,
then
okay,
the
okay,
other.
okay, okay. Rain's going downstairs, right? I don't think I have any business in the tower right now. I'll just go with Rain. So the
Okay.
two of us will go down, and three of you will go to the tower. Good.
Sounds good.
I'll meet you guys down there.
Varus,
Nah.
your people have got her.
Oh yeah. You can't get too much past Faye. She'll, well, anybody gets in her way, she'll kill him.
I mean, yeah, but good. I'll be down in a bit. And I start walking towards the tower. Whoever following me is following me.
All right. So we'll start with the tower group. You all make your way over to the tower, and when you get to the actual tower itself, you will notice that there is a secondary set of ruins that have been set up around it. So that is going to be Nihilus, Aris, and Eldon going that
I
way.
didn't go. I went down with Rain.
Oh,
Jean.
sorry. Nylon, Jean, and Eldon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you all walk through, nothing seems to happen.
I know what that is, right?
This would be new to you.
It's the barrier that removes the stuff, right? They told me about it. Somebody
Oh
told me
yeah,
about
they
it.
did tell you about it, but you have not seen it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Rain has had intimate experience with this.
Gotta make sure no illusion demons come through.
Ooh.
Oh,
But
is
as
that
you go
what
through,
that was? Oh.
as you go through, you do notice that there are a few marks of battle scattered throughout. And then you enter into the first floor.
Ooh.
So when
Alright.
you enter into the tower, that would be from here.
Where's here? I'm too. Oh god, I
Very
zoomed in more.
bottom of the map. There are a few individuals setting up. I don't have all the NPCs out yet at this point, but this is filled with people. And you notice that particularly in the halls over here, you see small squadrons of wizards debriefing with individuals that are getting them ready. Make a perception check. And this would be at advantage. Okay. You notice that a lot of the individuals that used to be members of the orb staff are no longer with them. They are now joining the support squadrons.
I mean, fair.
And when I say a lot, I mean almost all of them.
Alright, I'm gonna try and find Lisa.
Okay. As you're looking around the first floor, she does not seem to be anywhere to be found.
I'll ask somebody where I can find her.
So when you get to the main central region where what seems to be the planning stage for this coming defense is occurring, you find a few individuals there, Warish being one of them.
Oh.
And when Warish sees you there,
Is that the Dragonborn one?
Lady Nihilus.
Hey, fellow Dragonborn.
High five.
Well, it's good tidings to see you. I heard that you were on the bit of ruckus that was just occurring.
I was. I heard you had ruckus yourself and my mother was involved.
Oh, there is no need to worry. Aradel is taking care of it and was actually quite happy about it.
Oh, shit.
Yes, well, to make a perception or a persuasion check.
I should have fucking went.
Well, if I'm honest, I came down here because I was a little uncomfortable around her.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, I know you and your mother have had your qualms, but when she gets overly happy,
She tortured me.
bad
That
things seems to happen.
What happened?
I am not 100% sure, but when she dispatched of the demoness that came in here, she started screaming it worked.
Oh, shit.
I'm actually pissed. I'm livid.
Why didn't you go to
as
the
fuck.
tower?
It wouldn't have mattered.
Can I speak with her? Is she around?
She's up on the top floor.
Can my friends accompany me?
Give me a moment. And you see him kind of rifling through a drawer, pulling out a set of coins, imbuing them all.
I could have had a pet fiend soul.
There you go.
Oh, fuck off.
So he hands a coin to Jean and a coin to Eldon. If anybody stops you, hold it up, and this will happen. And then when he holds up the coin, you see a collection of runes that come by, which Nihilus, you would recognize this as Friend of the Tower.
Cool. Also, Borash, I can liaise any message with the Silverfang. I'll be heading to them when I leave. You need me to pass any information or stuff?
Just let them know that we're going to need some assistance as per Aradel's request. Apparently, she wants to try something.
Okay, will they know the scope of the assistance? Is there a note you would like me to pass?
I might be best to get it straight from her.
Will do. Thank you, Borash.
Aye. Pleasure meeting you all, and
Oh, Borash,
Platinum
Jean,
Emissary.
Borash. This is Eldon, you know.
A pleasure.
Oh God,
I
he
believe
knows my title.
Aradel refers to you as the sniper. And this will be looking at Eldon.
That is edgy.
Albert
What was the question? I'm spacing out. What's up?
Literally, he's just greeting you.
Oh,
I introduced you.
okay.
Not as messenger boy.
But as a sniper
Um,
now.
Yeah. Greetings, I guess.
It's not just us now.
Dude, I'm so fucking. My brain is mushed.
Okay,
Sorry.
unless you want
And
to say anything to him. we may
Vorus
say
at this time also looks over towards Jean. Good to see another Platinum Emissary.
barf.
You know, you can just call me Jean.
How humble. Very nice, very nice. But from what I've heard, you've accomplished a lot the past few months, which does well to see other Dragonborns in places of honor.
It's always good to see another one of my kind as well.
Worry not. Draconia will rise again someday.
I say, I'll salute to that in Draconic.
No secret handshake.
Okay, if you guys are done, I just want to go check in so we can get back to the others.
All right. And as you all go through the remaining floors, you do find yourselves at the top floor. You did have to present your coin pretty much at every intersection that went between them. But once you got to the top library, which I have not cleared of some NPCs because I was not ready for you to go here.
Alright.
What are you
Yeah.
doing there?
Uh,
But you
Anyways.
do find a few individuals that you would expect. One being Lisa, who is
Oh.
currently assisting Aradel, and you see her surrounded by 5 other mages. And they seem to be in a, or I should say, Aradel and Toric seem to be in a heated discussion.
Okay.
I walk up.
Can we overhear what they're saying? First off.
I would say with your natural perception, yes. You gather 2 things. One, Toric is extremely unhappy with the fact that she is using untested magic. You also gather that the magic is apparently at the hands of the individuals around her as well.
Heh.
Alright then.
Toric, my words are final. They're going into combat, and we're going to collect as many souls as we can. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to come back immediately.
It wasn't immediately. What's going on?
Oh, we're just having a disagreement of sorts.
I can hear that.
But anyways, what brings you to the tower?
I was just checking on you. But I heard
And
you had great success in your battle. We're very excited about something, Mother.
indeed. And when you look at her, you notice that there are scratch marks, very deep ones, going right across the center of her face. You also notice that her arms are also covered in similar claw marks. But she seems to be paying them no mind at this point.
She have the orb on her?
Make a perception check. She does seem to have an orb right on the side of her belt.
What kind of souls are we talking about?
Well, make a persuasion check.
Ah!
Gene!
Well, considering you're part of Aris's party, I might as well disclose this anyways. You'll be
Huh.
finding out soon enough.
Damn.
So Aris's remnant orb that he left behind had a special feature after our last encounter. After some research, I found out how to use said feature, and, well, replicated it with those that were still capable of attuning with their own orbs.
Soul collection seems like a really dangerous way to go.
And unethical.
Aye. And at this point, Toric kind of looks very keenly at Aradel. No matter where they're from, soul magic always ends poorly. Oh, please, all of you. These are just abyssal souls, and if we don't put them in these jars, they're going to go back to their plane, come back, and try and kill us again. Better to use them as fuel.
And you can ensure you're only going to get abyssal souls, and you don't know if those souls belong to someone.
Well, it so far seems to only work on abyssal souls, but I haven't exactly gone around and killed people randomly to find out.
That's encouraging.
Cheeky. And at this point, you also see that Lisa seems to be very purposely being as quiet as possible, just going about her paperwork. Anyways, in the coming assault, we're going to be forming a line along with other members of the Iron Tower, in order to collect as many abyssal creatures as we can. And then potentially we can have Aris show us how he uses them.
Good luck with that, Torek. What are your concerns about the soul magic?
Other than the fact that it's soul magic, never used it before, don't like what it's being built on, and, well, considering the origin of that orb and what we know about it now, personally would rather throw the whole thing in the fire.
I'm no expert on magic, but shouldn't we not test untested magic in the middle of a battlefield?
Perfect time to test it.
I thought the same thing.
Well, where else are we going to find a mass quantity of abyssal souls that we could collect?
Do you plan on doing it outside the town, outside the city?
Oh yes, we're going straight into the fight. I want you to think about this, Dragonborn. You all wiped out thousands upon thousands of abyssal creatures by blowing up that citadel above us. Every single one of them is back in their home plane, waiting to come back
True.
and attack us again.
Just like that pit fiend.
However,
Fuck off.
some, like a succubus that came to say hello to me again. Nihilus, make an insight check. Jump down to secrets.
Hey.
She fucking tortured it.
No, it fucking got sucked into her orb. That's what it happened.
Well, I wouldn't put it past that. She tortured it and then sucked it in.
It's like instant, I'm pretty sure.
Lock it in.
From how I understand it, it should be instant. Just like that pit fiend would have been instant, and then we wouldn't have had to worry about it ever again. But now we had to worry about it again. But you know, whatever. That's fine. I'm not salty.
You should have just been closer to the explosion.
I'll get right on that. The other thing is, don't banish it, you know? Was that like 50 hit points? Is that like dead? Bruh.
I think this is a mistake. I think collecting as many souls into those things without your knowledge of how to use them is a mistake.
Well, how else would you propose we close the portals? Because apparently this is the only thing that's worked thus far. So if you have another solution, I am all ears.
I'm not saying that it's not a solution or it's not a possibility, but going out and collecting mass quantity of angry and aggressive and souls that are against your purpose is a mistake. When Aris uses his orbs, sometimes they can try and take control. This is a mistake.
Well, one thing that occurs with these souls, they aren't complete. They're still all of the soul, but they're quite literally shredded to pieces.
If the
Yeah.
elementals have came here, can't we get the elementals to help close the portals?
Well, problem is the elementals are one of the main entities trying to take over the place.
We've had no chances of talking with them to get some sort of companionship between the two of us.
At this point, Torek speaks up. We've tried. So far, with the exception of the Fae, none of the others seem to have any interest of discussing. Our last attempt at discussing with the fire plane individuals ended up with a envoy meeting with Emrix, and what returned to us was essentially a bag of ash.
I'm sorry. I agree with Torek. I think this is far too dangerous.
Well, luckily, I'm in charge, so we're going to test this out. And these individuals have had an opportunity to say no. They've all decided that they are very much on board with this plan and are more than willing to give it a try.
Then what's the point of talking to us if you're going to do it anyways?
So you're solely in charge now. There's no council anymore or any type of diplomacy in the tower?
There's diplomacy, there's advisors, but it became very clear that we needed somebody a little more concrete to take care of things.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. That's how Evershift thought about things too.
Ironically, she did quite the opposite. She did very little in the way of leading and left most of it to us, which I think was part of the problem. She could hide, and I will not allow anyone else to hide in this tower.
This is a mistake.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm so nervous.
You see your mother very obviously conflicted with herself. She looks over towards Torek, looks back towards you, then looks towards the group behind them. We'll lower it to a single attempt.
That sounds like an excellent step forward.
When we go out to the field, all of you leave your orbs behind. We'll only take mine.
Sounds like a great way to study the effects under a more controlled environment.
Well, see? Diplomacy.
I am going back to the Silver Fang, where Ash said you had a request.
Any armors that they can provide and individuals that they can, well, actually, now that we're no longer going to have 6 different individuals to guard, it should be much easier. So, actually, we should be just fine now.
I'll let them know. It's good to see that you're well, Mother. When I got the news, I was quite worried.
Well, I checked in on you and you seem to be fine, so.
That's why I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Well, we're still going out to battle, so all of you get yourself prepared. Have your squadrons ready. Think of it as a testing exercise, how to keep yourselves alive while also taking the souls of the enemy. Well, lot to get ready.
I'll check in when I can. Torek, Lisa, and I nod at them both.
Lisa's like, oh, well, why don't I walk you out?
That sounds great.
Thank you. And she very much leads you straight to the stairs at a very brisk pace. And Torek also kind of gives you a very meaningful nod, thanking you for walking your mother back.
Flame, if you're right, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm right.
Well, that was very intense. We do got to get things ready, but I just don't want to be in that room anymore.
Yeah, it's a little intense in there. Are you doing okay? How long has she been like this?
She's obsessed.
No.
Well, more obsessed than usual. Whatever's going on with that orb, it is pretty much what she spends every waking moment with at this point. Unless she's working with other individuals at the tower, she's just in her room tinkering.
Has anyone been able to get a look at it, or is she being super protective of it?
Quite the opposite. Actually, she's very open with it, and that's what scares me the most. She seems to be trying to build more of them.
Since I was within 15 feet of her, would I have gotten anything off of from my book?
You did not get any undead presence. What you do gain from just general divine nature, there does seem to be abyssal powers within that orb,
You knew
but
that,
these are
though?
much more scattered than what you were. There was no entity presence. It's almost as if the entities within it are mixed together and torn apart.
Okay.
Lisa, I do have to get back to the Silverfinger report. Can I get my medallion updated on my way out? Who would do that?
Oh, actually, and you see her holding out her hand in a very like, mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so official now.
Well, it's good to be in charge of something for once. Although, at the same time, things like that sometimes make me think it might not be worth it.
Yeah, we know Torb is in the library so much.
Yeah. And I think he misses it.
Well, I
You
mean,
see her casting for a moment. Sorry. What was that?
oh no, I mean, well, you know how it is to work with my mother.
Yeah, I always thought she was stern, but was never, well, more scared for you and her together than I was about her or anything like that. She worries me. Whatever happened when she was in the abyss, she's changed and not in a good way.
I reach out and just like touch her arm. I saw some of it, and it was pretty horrific.
And I get that, and well, as the person that helped nurse her back to health, I'm more aware than many on what she looked like when she first got back. But
Just help her remember we're fighting for the good, not just fighting against the evil.
I think you're probably the one reminder that she gets as often as possible. So
You're gonna.
yeah, but I'll try.
Oh,
And she hands you the coin, which now says, when you hold it up, has a new set of runes, and it says emissary to the Silver Fang.
a. Just remember, after the battle, got some time, and I start heading out.
I hope I have some for you, because good God, I need it. Right, and you all make your way out.
Thanks for coming, fellas.
I just wanted to make sure you're safe.
I appreciate it, Jean, but also there are some arguments that are going to work with some people, and sometimes you got to adjust your arguments for the crowd.
I mean, you did just well.
Well, that's because I know my mother. But you got to learn to read the room, Platinum Emissary.
See, this is what happens, Calic, when we stick all three of the the big heads in one spot.
I'm not trying to be a big head. I didn't want this title.
Whether you want it or not, you're there.
So speaking of big heads, Calic and Aris, or Aris and Rain, you're following Vorus, and it's quite a walk. This is a much longer path than any of the others that you've walked. But after some time, you find yourselves coming out of a very open alcove that is very high up on the wall of the back of the town.
So we're coming up on the back of a town.
So you come up very high up, approximately 60 feet on this side.
Oh, we're still there.
Oh, then
How did you
Oh,
guys?
you'll be there soon enough.
Just gonna
Oh,
plant
my mom's still there.
See, this is what happens when you guys go places I wasn't expecting you to.
Where did you think we were gonna go?
Maps you haven't seen yet. So, yeah. You come out here and you see Vorus kind of walking his way. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. And you see him kind of pushing a finger to the side of his head, and you aren't entirely sure if he's concentrating or just trying to hold one in. One of the two, but
Oh my god!
after a moment, all right, I knew I could do this magic shit.
I slowly clap.
All right. Well, she mentions that she does not want an audience, but you are welcome to meet at the inn, and they'll. Lucille apparently will have some words with you and update you on things.
Can you mention that I'd also like to... Actually, no. I'm just gonna lean into Vorus and ask, can you mention to her that I'd like to know what the goddess of magic would like to... Was it? Gamble with?
Make a insight check.
I as well.
This one will be specifically for Rain.
Get it.
Okay. Well, I'll pass the word. And you see him kind of walk over towards this central region and turn into the building that you guys have not entered up to this point.
Said he was going to be back in a moment.
He said that Lucille would greet you in the end if you wish
Okay.
to stay here.
Okay. I'll go over to the end too.
Just zoom in. Oh.
That one
Oh.
seat.
We see Lucille there, I guess.
She is. She is behind the bar, but unlike usual where she's serving drinks, at this point, she seems to be gathering together supplies for medicinal purposes, trying to get everyone ready to head out. The only food seems to be a giant pot of whatever the fuck it is. It seems to have literally been a stew thrown together of just random things to feed as many people as possible. And most of the alcohol seems to have gone towards a different purpose than it's usually used for.
Most of it?
I'm going...
Well, it's good to see you all. I thought you were on the Citadel.
We were. Citadel's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the fucking...
Yeah, that was an explosion.
I hate
Hey.
working with her.
Hey, on the bright side, shit's dead. That wasn't dead before, you know. Probably a
Yeah.
bunch of people are dead too, but that's fine. I mean, it is what it is, you know. Stuff happens.
For now, but, well, hopefully that'll at least alleviate the city somewhat. So what can I help you both with? Taking a break after your first foray into the battle?
Sure,
I mean-
let's just say.
And at this point, you see a hooded figure. He comes in with one sleeve long, dark leathers all the way across his body, and the other sleeve all the way up to his shoulder, with burns coming down his arm.
Dark figure with burns. Is this the guy beside us?
It is not. I don't have that version's token, so he is just standing beside both of you, comes up. Well, pleasure seeing you both here.
Who are you?
Perhaps-
Perhaps we
nice.
should have a conversation. Aris, make a insight check.
Can I also do it?
You know exactly who this is.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
is it who I think it is?
It does seem to be that person,
Okay,
yes.
okay. That's fine.
wait, who is it?
Come on, Rain. You know who this is.
Yeah, you know who this is.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay,
We need to talk, you said. Alright. Where are we talking?
okay.
Why don't we use the room that Miss Kyrie used the last time she was here?
Lead the way.
Right,
Also
and he'll
follow.
meet you up in the room. So you guys come on up here. You see a few individuals giving unpracticed curts and salutes and bows as the individual walks by with you all. He holds up his hand. May Helm bless you all. We have a long fight ahead of us. And as you get into the room, he does lower his hood, and you seeing his face, it seems very tired, older than usual, but very focused. Rain, you've seen this look a few times, and this is very much when he is planning to do something very dangerous or very serious.
I'm going to nod over at him and ask, what happened? And what are you about to do?
It seems that the Crescent Moon's days of hiding are going to be numbered with this venture. And should the barriers fall, this is going to be the last haven that we have in the city of Murda.
So we're prepping? Or you're prepping? Is that what it is?
No matter that, well, the Citadel took out almost 2/3 of the Horde. But there's still thousands of them out there.
Whichever ones come back as well.
Well, luckily if they come back, that's a long flight to get back here. But other
What
than the more powerful ones, they can't come back that quickly.
what do we know about who sent them? Evershift?
So we have gathered a few, and a few of my stalkers have taken care of, well, discussing. And apparently they are here because their mother has been broken.
Their mother.
Does that mean anything to both of you?
Maybe.
Their mother has been broken?
You're aware of Aldenak, right?
I am,
Yeah.
and I'm
She's
also
the-
aware of who she was within the tower.
Yeah. She's the mother of Pazuzu, right? I don't know.
She is. Far more than you would think. She is the mother of Pazuzu and also one of the greatest allies of the Queen of the Succubi.
Who's the queen of the... What's
So
that?
it would be the queen's children then, or hers? You know.
Well, I doubt they're just the Queen's children. Malkatet is not. She hasn't been seen on this plane in quite some time.
Alcatet?
Malcontet. She is known as the Queen of the Succubi. Although apparently her and Pazuzu's child has been making appearances in the tower recently, but was vanquished by Aradel.
Okay. We had a run-in with her as well. Not the queen, but the child.
Is she as lethal as they say?
I mean, I got ripped away before before anything else,
Creature pigeon.
you know. The other thing I
Well-
was gonna ask actually, the Lady of Pain, does that name mean anything to you in abyssal sense at least?
She's not
Makes sense.
abyssal. She's far older than any of that.
That's kind of what
We-
I understood.
I've seen some scriptures from very, very old texts. But as far as I can tell, she's just is.
Yeah, okay. So our only real thing to go off of, well, it would have, surely it's got to be Aldenak that sent them, right? There, what's the other option?
Aldenok doesn't really have a mother, though. In many ways, she would be considered the mother of most of them.
That's what I'm saying though. She's the mother of them, and they were sent by their mother Aldenak, right?
But if their mother is broken,
Well, how do
did
you
you all
mean
attack
broken?
her?
I understand what's happening. So, you once told me it's what
Naiheru, I've had my eyes on you.
So, you're aware of you're aware of the orb's capability.
Vaguely.
To some degree, yeah.
I'm not exactly a... Well, my magics don't come from that type of artistry.
Basically, I'll give you a brief. I was attuned to, tethered to Aldenak, because I was part of the tower, as were all the wizards. And there was an explosion recently, or sorry, I got untethered, and then there was an explosion, and that explosion was Aldenak's orb. So, broken being her orb, her, eventually.
You shattered a magical item
I didn't
that
shatter.
was attuned to her.
It was shattered. I was a conduit.
Do you mind if I see your orb?
Then
Ah, well. And you see him starting to cast a few spells on himself. One you've seen many times, Bless, and a few others to assist him with this. Okay, this will take me about 10 minutes, but let's see what I can...
He's ritual casting?
out.
He's not just whipping it out?
Maybe?
be my guest.
Alright, and as you see him doing this, you recognize this spell as one that's been cast a few times before. He is casting Legend Lore.
I would
Oh.
appreciate, really appreciate if you are more forthcoming with the information than other parties.
I will be as forthcoming as I can. Be aware that while Legend Lore can be extremely accurate, it still goes through human perception.
Yes, I'm just I know information was withheld.
pot calling the kettle black.
So he continues his cast. Nihilus, Eldon, and Jean, you guys are making your way through the tunnels now. Still have some time to actually get back here.
If you suck up my father, I'm gonna kick your ass.
He places his hands
What?
on the orb. Oh dear. Let's see how he does.
Gene fucking leaking secrets over here.
Aris, I need you to make an intelligence saving
Oh,
throw.
fuck. Intelligence save.
Dead lol.
Oh!
Nice.
So you see his eyes starting to roll back, and his form starting to be sucked into the orb. And you harden your own mental capacities, pushing him back out. He's short of breath. I see why you were stating what you did. This is very dangerous. You don't know what you've done.
It's true, I don't. So please, if you could tell me what I've done.
You have half of her soul in here.
Where's the other half?
I would assume back in the abyss, but she is.
Oh boy.
Oh, mommy is
Her brokenness is literal.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And this orb is not real.
What do you mean?
Not real.
It doesn't exist in this timeline.
Oh my god.
I have.
Roll the nat 1.
You see him taking his hands away, almost disgusted, and his entire body is shaking.
See.
I'll
No.
write up what I can for you about what this is and
Okay.
how it came to be, but I'm gonna need some time.
Of course.
This shouldn't exist.
No stress on
This
you.
should
sir.
not exist.
Is it important information who has the actual one? For you? Or do you know?
This... When you say the actual one, do you mean the Master Orb? Because if that's what you're asking, it's you. Not that you have the orb, it is you. When I cast it on this orb, I saw your history. I saw its history. And I saw another history that cannot happen.
What's the history?
At this point, you hear another voice, familiar. I really wish you hadn't done that, Father. And as you turn back, you see Kyrie standing there.
Well,
She walks forward, and he seems completely petrified.
oh,
She places a finger upon his head,
What are you doing to him?
helping him forget. He falls onto the bed, seeming to have gone to sleep.
Then
Make a medicine check.
Can I also check?
You can.
I'm not taking an eye off Kyrie.
You are unable to tell, but Rain, you notice the subtle rise and fall of his chest.
Okay. He'll be fine.
And as you
Right.
look at Kyrie, you've seen her in battle. You've seen her in really fucked up situations. She's always looked pristine. She looks distraught and worn out and just tired. A look that just doesn't befit her. Well, glad I made it on time.
Time for what?
On
For
time.
tell me information.
You don't understand what you're asking him.
Right, I don't.
Then why don't you tell us?
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Somebody do it.
You can either both roll or one of you can roll at advantage.
Wanna roll?
Let's
I don't know
go.
what it is. Yeah, sure. I'm helping her. I brought it
I
up.
mean,
I
they
brought
were-
it
yeah,
up.
you- was already
all right.
saying-
I'll let it through. I'll let it through. Time magic is not a toy.
I understand that.
You've seen what it causes. You've felt what it causes.
Yeah. The part is I still don't where it came from.
You see her kind of pondering, looking you both over, looking at the orb. Perhaps, instead of hearing, maybe you need to see and feel and understand for yourself just how horrifying it is to see everything you know torn apart. Make a dexterity save throw.
Yay.
Dex save?
Is she targeting them both?
She is. Let me make a competing throw, and I will put this in public so you can see.
Are we
No
close
way.
enough?
We're not gonna win.
Are we close enough that a rank
She's
gets hit? We see
attacking
it too.
us, right? That's what's
No,
happening.
she is not. She is indeed attacking you. So I will make this an acrobatics check on her part.
On low roll. Low roll, please.
Not her best stat.
Oh!
So she reaches forward, trying to grab both of you. And as you dodge out of the way, she seems very, very frustrated, collapsing on the ground. You see Mira coming around the corner, worry in her eyes. Where did... Oh god.
Is Lyra here?
She does come right after, following, along with Vorus.
Listen. I don't I have a rough idea what happened. It's firsthand. I can't imagine you went through, but there's a reason I have this.
Kyrie just kind of looks at the floor. It's all gonna be for naught.
Bullet though. There are other ways to change history. Not let it repeat itself. Information is one of those ways.
You see her. Actually, what's your passive insight?
17 or 18.
Succubi.
Wait, my passive insight's 16.
You notice her give a glance at Mira. Changing the past has far more consequences than you can ever imagine.
Not changing the past, but correcting the future, you know what? Preventing what happened before to happen again.
Not repeating past mistakes.
Not repeating past mistakes, basically.
You see her standing up, and you notice that Mira and Lyra are very much holding her in place.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to glance over at the two of them.
Mira seems to be completely occupied with just Kyrie's help.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra, on the other hand, is looking towards you sympathetically. And then starts pulling her sister away. We should get you back to rest.
It's a conversation, at least, Kyrie.
Make one more persuasion check. This one will be at advantage.
+1. Fuck me. God damn it.
There's a real.
Ooh! It's not bad. Probably not enough.
We survive this war. Conversation.
Heavy word.
Don't let anybody else touch that orb until then.
It's a deal.
And you see her visibly slump into the arms of her sisters as they pull her away.
I'm going to mention this to one of them. Can I talk to her once when she's back?
I'll let her know.
Okay.
At this point, Vorus kind of sits in the room with you guys. You see him kind of looking at the individual on the bed. Don't worry. He'll be right as rain and, well, whenever he wakes up. He's been tuckered out for a little while, so it might be an hour or two. But, yeah, she's a funny one.
She means well.
Well, gotta hand it to you both. I've never seen her miss. And you kind of see him stand back up, start walking out.
Oh, Gran, I don't think she's missed me so far.
Oh, don't worry. You might have dodged it today. She has a tendency to boomerang back around. And then he kind of lowers one part of his plate mail. And you see a scar that goes from the top of his head down into the mail. That was when I pissed her off.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't very smart back then. Thought I could take on anybody. But she set me right. Just tough love and all that.
I
Yeah, of
bet.
course.
But I'll be damned if I don't use this on her later. And you see him kind of walking away with a grin on his face, just
Good luck.
almost seeing a shadow of death following him on as he goes. So you are in the room alone with the individual on the bed.
Well, Gene said who it is like 3 times.
Well, you
That's
still don't know who it is.
I'm gonna
You
stay
said it's your
outside.
father. I'm assuming it's your priest.
We're not
guy.
in there. We're still walking down through the cemetery.
Well, okay, Nihilus doesn't know, but I know.
Well, I'm pretty sure you kind of already had a good idea.
I had no fucking clue.
That's why when I
No.
brought it up the other day, I was like, let's talk about this. No? Okay.
Well, Nyla still doesn't know, so the secret is still safe.
I can
And
read
true
mine, bitches.
information.
Nobody's secrets are safe.
A few moments later, Nihilus, Eldon, and Jean, you make your way to the central bar. After jumping down quite a ways to get there, but you're able to do so without too many issues. Although Jean, with your armor, you make ungodly amount of noise doing so.
Got my own marching band.
You're gonna piss off all the rogues.
You
Well,
do
I'm
hear a
not-
snicker or two coming from the shadows.
I'm not built for stealth. I have no need to be stealthy.
I'm just gonna
but-
look at Rain and be like, well, don't be back unless you want to talk to him.
Actually, can we ask where they went and go find them in that room?
I'll let one of you make a persuasion check, although I'm pretty sure I know who's gonna do that.
Yeah, Gene, why don't you ask where they went?
I don't want to.
Don't be forced into it. Don't be forced into it.
You know what? I'm gonna say, have you seen our 2 friends, Aris and Rain?
Yes. They went to the building that Kyrie was in previously.
Let's go.
Did anyone go with them, or did they meet with anybody?
They did. They met with, they met with the headmaster.
Yeah. Then maybe we should just wait right here then until they're finished with their talk.
Or we could go. We'll knock.
Hey, look at the time. We're leaving now.
I want to talk to you guys in that room, not in front of all these people.
We can go in the side room. It's safe too.
We
That's
should
where I've
just,
been doing all the shit
We should
that I've
just
been
wait
doing.
until they come back.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
We need to have a private conversation
If you want,
now.
Jean and Nihilus, go ahead and make competing persuasion rolls.
It's not fair.
I'm gonna activate my Emissary of Peace, my channel divinity.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I got a 30.
It's not,
37.
What
it's
the
not
hell?
possible for me to roll that high.
So, you don't know why, but just seeing Jean act so vulnerable, it hits you somewhere that you didn't know.
Do I
you had.
know what he did to me, though?
You don't feel anything. This is just my high persuasion. I don't charm you or anything. It's not that type of spell. It's just I have my divine touch my persuasion.
I need a stubbornness roll.
Zero.
Yeah, but yeah. So as the group comes back in, Rain, do you stay in the room or do you follow Aris?
I'll follow.
As soon
Okay.
as they get back, I say we need to have a private conversation ASAP.
All right, follow me then. I go in the room that I've been doing all my shit in.
I tell them everything that happened in the tower.
See, I'm telling you, right? Like, if you didn't banish that pit fiend,
Okay, first of all, he'll come back. You'll get a second chance. And second of all, at least they're only going to experiment with one orb.
um, so let basically, I tell you what happened, minus the yeah, I think most of it's fine. Not touching the orb makes. I mean, one should be touching this shit.
Yeah.
Fine, but I don't
use
tell
that
you
shit in
who
combat.
we met with other than the headmaster. At the backside of this war, I'm gonna have a conversation.
Okay, so you told me everything.
Yes, minus like the time.
Okay, do you tell me that you have half a fucking abyssal soul in your orb?
Oh yeah, yeah, they're here
Okay.
because Aldenac's broken, and I have half her soul.
Oh, good. So lovely. Totally our fault. Awesome.
Technically.
I mean, technically, it's your Jean's
I was a
fault.
conduit. Your mother just pulled the trigger. Okay. I was the gun. Your mother was the trigger, or the person holding the gun. Okay.
And I was just the unlucky bystander trying to help.
I would have died if you didn't. So thank you, Heal.
I still think it's y'all's
Jean.
fault.
Fine. It's your mother's fault, but I didn't ask for any of this. When I was born,
Okay.
when
Her
I was
orb is
fucking born,
her
I
orb is
never asked for
different
this
though.
shit. Is it? Mine is?
From what she said, that they can only collect the abyssal souls, not, or
Good.
they haven't tried to collect others.
Good, because it's dangerous as fuck.
And the souls aren't intact; they're like shredded.
Well, that makes sense because I literally have half a Demon Lord soul in my fucking orb. Which is a lot better. It makes me feel better about myself and losing a pet fiend soul. But
Can she talk to you like the others?
I've only... When did it happen? I've actually when I
You've
spoke
used
to
your
them,
orbs.
I spoke to the three of them and they were fine, and then Azravan was in the fight and it was normal. Whenever we were fighting those abyssal beings, though, it was sucking souls. Just the abyssal ones, not like other people dying around us. So I don't know what that's about. That's new. I'm assuming it has to do with the fact that I have half a Lord Soul with me, but then if that made sense, then why are the other orbs able to do it?
I don't know. I don't think they can. They don't really know how they work yet. I don't think they can summon the beans, or I think they could just use kind of their raw power.
I don't even know how you do that.
I don't either, and neither do they, is the point.
It's very good information to know that I have the power that I have in there, because I was really debating the next time I had the chance to unleash part of it to see what would happen. But I don't know if I want to do that now.
Yeah,
It doesn't
that might be
seem
dangerous.
it doesn't They did get stronger when the orb shattered. Gonna guess it has something to do with half of her soul being here.
The real question is, can these demons track that soul?
I don't
Or
think
can
so.
she track her own soul?
I would imagine that, but I don't think she's in a state to make those commands.
I think they just knew she was
Do-
here or what lived here for a while, and so they're coming
I
here.
have a question. Would Azravon still be on the timer? Has it been an hour?
At this
Probably.
point, you guys would be. Ooh, combat up there would have been in there.
Combat
You would be
travel.
very much on the tail end if it wasn't fully up. So what I'll do is I will give you a d20. If it is higher than 12, he's still up. If it's lower, he is not.
I think that's accurate. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's because as far as I'm aware, like I was able to allow them to do possession when that happened.
I don't
think.
think the other orbs can do that because of the state of the souls.
I would agree with that. It seems to me, my understanding is my actual orb, the one the one your mother has, is a siphon in a sense, like the soul trap, right? Like or a soul cage, whatever it was, right? I think it's the same there, but where mine differs is it's the real souls, right? Because has anyone tried touching the other orbs?
I don't know. It was a heated conversation.
I'm gonna bet that it's probably not the case.
Well, like from what they said. Sorry, I had to yawn. From what they said, they've only, and I think only my mother has absorbed the abyssal souls, and she hasn't tried others.
What, Tails, what was it? Sorry, it was my history, the orb's history, and what other history did he say?
He said it was your history, the orb's history, and a history that should not exist.
Oh, Rain, now that we have a second, about what you experienced in the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
upset
think you're from
about?
this plane.
This is why I wanted to try banishment.
Well,
I think you're from Kryn.
well,
From where?
No,
Or,
banishment's a horrible idea. Kryn doesn't exist anymore. Kryn is literally falling apart.
It'd only be for like a second.
No.
What is this place?
before. Hmm.
This is where
One of the other
Kyrie's
fucking
was living.
before she blew it up.
She didn't blow it up.
Oh,
Before
I was actually about to ask
AO
more
blew it up.
about that information before she happened to
Come in.
yeah, yeah. Soon.
Aris,
before.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You pissing people off.
A wisdom save?
You get your my +4 also.
I have my anti-scry thing if it's a scry.
You do.
What I roll?
21.
That good
Okay,
enough?
good to know.
good to know.
Do I
Oh,
know
but-
something happened?
Make a perception check. This will be at disadvantage.
I pass.
But I don't know much about it, Rain, other than that's where they were living before they came here.
Kryn, you say?
Kryn.
Got an 18 passive.
How much do you know about it?
I only know that it was a world of true magic, a replication of the true magic here, and that sorcery was a threat to true magic. When they had the opportunity, they came home.
You know, it's funny because
It's a good start.
they were
but-
trying to take me, but it's reversed now.
What?
Take you.
Oh.
Maybe took her.
Aris, can you message? Do you know where Varus went? Can you message him and ask if I can talk to him?
I don't have sending. I don't think.
No, message.
Uh,
Not sending.
I'm gonna aim towards, like, I guess the one room to the north of us, where I think they are. I'm guessing. And I'm
Okay.
gonna
Just
what you
point in
want?
random directions until
What
you
did you
find
want?
him. Just ask him if I can talk to him about the tower's plan for combat.
Nihilus wants to talk to you. What was his name? Fucking Vorus?
Varus?
Vorus?
I think it's an A.
Do I get a response?
Ah, thank God. I'm bloody useless here.
Okay. He said we'll meet in the the end.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't know where you guys are.
I'm gonna point back. We're in the end.
Nice one, dude.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to the other house.
Other half.
Nice
Yeah,
one,
well.
dude.
Yeah, stick by me, Flame.
No, that's fine. I'll chill with him. He's a cool guy.
He's still in range.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not made for Nurse Maiden.
How is she?
Eh, I don't think anybody could take her down, but you know, she's ragged for what she is.
The tower is going to be testing some magics in the field tomorrow. Originally, they were requesting protection, but they've reduced the scale of their test. Still, may be a good
it's-
idea if you have anything available to aid them
And small correction, it's happening
today
in an hour.
in an hour. That's what I meant when they take over.
All right. Yeah, I might be able to go and help him out. Be better than sitting around here, because if Mira makes me hold one more damn bandage, I'm gonna wrap myself in it just to not have to be anything around it.
I didn't notice anything, right? With my passive.
Did not know.
Fine.
With Rain's telepathic connect, if we wanted to talk to one another, would it go across the whole link or just to the selected person?
Just to rain.
Just to Rain?
Just Rain. Yeah, you guys can talk to Rain, and Rain can talk to all of you.
Okay, so if I wanted to talk to Rain, the other people wouldn't hear me.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless I mention it.
I need some, I don't know what her plan is.
That's kind of why I wanted to talk to Varus. What's the next plan? Or what's the plan? When do we need to be ready again?
Well, I was planning to head out with the Iron Tower anyways, because, well, as I said, I'm bloody useless here. But, yeah, if you want to come out and fight, let's kick some ass.
We can, but that is... See, here's the thing. If I rest for an hour, I can get, like, 3 spells or 2 spells back, but I'm really tapped. Like, we can, but
I am basically down to a 3 first levels, so I can do some guiding bolts.
Well, you said that your mother's going out to fight as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Between her and I, we should be able to take care of most of the big stuff.
We can go as
now,
backup if you want to. We have an hour if you need to rest.
do we have anything else that we want to be doing?
I'm gonna go check in on Kyrie.
I'm gonna join her. Well, after.
I would wait, Rain.
I message Rain and say no offense, I want to go alone.
Fine, fine. Let
Like
me know once
I
you're done.
telepathically link.
I'm also gonna reply. Let me know once you're ready. Because I also need to know about what I just saw.
I think, Rain, that's going to be a conversation for after. If I'm honest with you.
I think so
Whenever
too.
she can give her full divided attention to you.
Whenever
Undivided.
I have my conversation, should probably be there as well.
Fine, fine. Let's go kill some bad guys.
Well, they're meeting in an hour. So let's take the hour so Aris can rest. And
Ah.
anybody who needs to take a rest.
I would,
Like a short rest to use hit dice for a certain Dragonborn that may or may not have taken damage.
I didn't take any. Okay.
Okay, good.
All my dragon form took it all.
Yeah, I took 0 damage as well.
I
It's a
also
shame my
Wow.
book doesn't recharge on a short rest.
I'm gonna just go over to the bar, flop on one of the chairs, and then just ask for a mug.
You said we had an hour, Tails? Or that we have an hour?
You have an
Everyone?
hour.
How long ago was it that I interacted with the bowl last? Was it been a full day yet?
You didn't mention that you were doing anything this morning, so yeah, this would be a new day.
New day. What I want to do? What's it got on it right now?
Everything that is in the list.
Yeah, I need to get the list. So we have water, holy, time.
I got one more holy
Uh,
flask if you want it.
I don't need it. I won't be needing anymore. It's,
Eldon, did I tell you I talked to your
maxed out.
dad?
No.
Okay, I
Did
talked
not.
to your dad a few days ago. He got a new hand and he wanted to know how you were.
The wizard helped him.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good news.
Sorry.
That's
I
fine.
did check in on him though.
We did have a rather large distraction.
You know, impending
Come
war. I did remember to check on him though.
It's appreciated. Anywho, can I
And
just...
Eldon, remind me when we have more time, I'll make you some level 1 scrolls to test feeding them to your bow.
That's a good idea. We should try that.
You should test it.
Can I
And
be
before
there?
it's like
I wanna
paper
see.
arrows.
Well,
I,
no, it's gonna have the magic in it.
Yeah, we don't know how that's gonna work. But
I
we want
know
to
I'm
try.
excited though.
So what I want to do, if we have an hour, is just can I find some? What was your description of the metals again? Iron's like basic, and steel is better.
You gotta put them in and find out for sure.
Does Eldon mention this?
Oh no, that was just me talking to Tails. How common is steel?
It's not overly common. It's relatively expensive, but it's still obtainable.
How expensive are we talking?
About 5 gold an ingot.
How much? What is my chainmail made out of?
Your chainmail would be made out of iron.
Ah, okay. I was about to say you can have my leftover chainmail if you wanted.
Just feed it out chain.
manacles are iron too.
Manacles would definitely be iron.
You know,
Can I
there are
find
other
somewhere
ones.
that sells either steel or silver in enough quantity that I would sort of feel is enough
Okay.
within an hour,
Um,
and also be able to interact with it?
Yes, you definitely could. So if you wanted to do the silver, it would be 2 gold. If you wanted to do the steel, it would be 5 gold.
Okay. I think I think steel now. I want to see what steel does.
Okay.
Because like
And
basic
then,
arrows you described as like were mostly just fletched wood at this point.
Basically, yeah.
Sometimes iron.
Yeah, they would use iron if they had scrap iron that just needed to be repurposed.
Sort of like, or like flint stone heads and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, I'll try steel.
All right. So as you place the steel inside of it, you
-5 gold.
-5 gold. You notice that the bow itself seems to devour it,
Okay.
and surrounding some of the edge work, you notice that the string and the trim start to become a little bit shinier.
Nice.
do
And
I
you
notice
have
this?
the
It works.
if you look closely at the bow, you would definitely be able to notice it. So this
Excellent.
will give you your first level into armor piercing.
Yeah, boy.
Um, or what were you gonna do, Kalik?
I'm going to drink a huge chug of beer and then walk over to
Of
Eldon
course.
and then sort of manifest a dagger. Manifest a
So,
psychic dagger.
what do these psychic daggers actually look like physically? Are they just energy
Mm-hmm.
in the shape of a dagger, or are they like a metal
Yep,
that you've conjured? Which one?
it's just energy, the first one.
Okay.
Would you be interested to test?
Well, I can't now, but yeah, for sure. We could. I don't know if it will work, but we can definitely try it.
I'm going to change. Oh, I'm going to. Wait, you said not now?
Not now.
Not now, okay. Let me know. I'm just gonna kind of twirl the dagger
Probably
in my
tomorrow.
finger and then just mention, let me know whenever you're curious.
I'll keep it in mind.
Um, so, what I would like to do is, I'm gonna send a message to, Mira. I'm gonna ask, are you able to cast a sending spell today? Or are you gonna be tapped? I don't
Am
know.
I chopped liver?
You don't know who.
Um, I don't know. I'm using most of my spells currently to take care of her. Uh, is it important?
It can wait. Just checking in on somebody.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe next time.
I'll point back. Yeah,
Next
it's
time
fine. Don't worry about it.
Is there like a dart board somewhere?
You are in a tavern of the Thieves Guild. There are
Just
mini
100%.
games.
I'm gonna
You
go
have
over to
darts.
one.
You have axes. You have another one that is for like javelins that have been cut in half, so that there's not a long wooden part.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to one and just throw some daggers.
Okay, go ahead and make a few attack rolls.
Up to
What
combined.
type? Unarmed strike or
Oh no, that would just be your normal
dagger?
attack.
Like
You
you're
throw
shooting
your
daggers, right?
psychic daggers at it?
No. What would it be like? Unarmed strike or dagger?
No, just your normal attacks.
How?
You said you were throwing the psychic ones, right?
Oh, the psychic one? No, just the dagger that's there.
Okay, then they use the dagger attack.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, it pings right into the board. It's almost a bullseye, but it's just a little bit off.
I'm gonna
And
keep
you notice
doing
that
it.
some of the other individuals nearby try to join in on a game with you.
I'm gonna persuade them to gamble.
Okay. And that is, I'm not even going to have you roll on that one because that will not be hard here. So go ahead and make another attack roll. If your roll is higher than theirs, then they will get it. This is going to be the base roll, not your. Actually, we'll do this. Just roll a d20. If yours is higher, then you win. We'll say the ante is 5 gold.
Yes, let's go.
Ah, bloody hell. All right, here you go. Here you go.
Is that all you got?
Oh, all right. All right.
Double
You
or
think you
nothing.
got something, miss? All right, let's do this.
Double or nothing.
10
Double or
gold.
nothing.
10 gold. All right.
All right, so go ahead and throw your dagger using the d20.
Reroll. Can I?
Did it roll for Calic?
Lucky. Lucky. I'm going to
Yeah, it did. She sent it to me.
Oh, oops, sorry. How do I end?
You click the GM in the top corner.
Oh, accidentally did it. Okay. It was 5. Never mind.
Yeah, first one she had a
Mhm.
16 while I rolled a 15, and then the second one she rolled a 5 while I rolled an 8.
Didn't realize I clicked that. I'm gonna try and persuade them to double it on the next one.
Make a persuasion check. You can get higher than a 30. That'll do. All right. 20 gold. But you lose. All right.
Yes!
Fuck me.
Ah, nice try there.
You know what? She knew it wouldn't matter if she lost. So
And just give them a very enthusiastic pat on the back.
So
Yeah,
you're up
yeah,
like
yeah,
10
yeah.
gold.
So yeah, you get yourself
Yeah.
20 gold.
Did any of them hit the bullseye?
No, not a single one of them.
I want to try. I want to try and fire an arrow.
Go ahead
just
and make
to-
your shot.
Just to show off.
You're firing an arrow at the dartboard?
Yeah.
Watch it be a
It's
1.
meant for
Nat
this.
1. Nat 1.
There's no nat ones where I come from. Okay.
So as
Show off.
as Rain's collecting the money and the guy's like counting it out to her, a bolt just goes right between the two of you, and you look over to where the arrow went, and it's dead center on the bullseye. And Eldon's just kicked back in a chair, looking very content with himself.
I'm gonna like
I
Turn
smirk
around.
slightly and lean backwards.
I'm gonna turn
Arms behind
around,
my head.
lift up an eyebrow and ask, "Do you wanna gamble too?"
If I can use my bow.
If you do the gambling game, it'll be a d20.
But
I don't like those odds. I don't have a plus 11 modifier to a d20.
Well, too bad then.
can you sharpshooter with darts?
I mean,
mean,
they're only
that
rolling
technically-
only rolling a d20,
Well,
so
If I wanted to break the board, yeah, probably.
That is-
And you have successfully made a hole in the middle of this board, by the way,
Yep.
because a 16 the
Excellent.
damage to a piece of wood is a lot.
I just wanted to hit the bullseye, man. That's my goal complete now.
So
I'm happy.
Speaking of which, make a sleight of hand check.
Me?
Yes. This is to see if Lucille noticed whether or not you made a hole in her board. Okay.
Lucky.
She did not seem to notice. She just looks over, sees Rain and the other individual counting out coin. She kind of gives Rain a look of a, ha, go get it.
Hey,
And then gets
Lucille,
back to work.
look closely at the board.
What?
wow.
Who the fuck put an arrow through my board.
I'm just gonna go over to the
I'm
bar
I'm
and
leaning
drink some
I'm
beer.
leaning back in my chair, arms behind my head, so no bow in sight.
And she is
Snatching
fuming,
ass.
but goes back to her work. You could tell that the mug that was in her hand was very close to flying somewhere.
I'm gonna lead down to Eldon and is like, maybe you should pay for the repair or a brand new one.
I could do that. I could also not.
I'm going to order another beer. I just mentioned
Looks like she's already paid for it. With the amount of drink she's buying here.
what do you mean paid? Most of my drinks are free.
Is this really something that we want to go out
Should
there?
we?
Yes.
We're gonna have
Yes.
to.
We?
We
You
can't
wanna-
just stay down here.
No, we
you're
don't have to
basically
stay
asking
down
me-
here. But what other options are there? I'm just saying, what are our options?
Well, as far as I know, there's two options: we fight or we run.
Oh, we're not running, but we don't have to particularly. We can fight
Those are the
without
only two
fighting.
options I know of.
Aris, they're going to be testing using the new orb.
I don't know what I'm bringing.
At
I'm
this
going to be
point,
playing very defensive.
Nihilus, you get a tell asking you to make your way over to them.
Yep, I do that. Oh, I gotta go, guys.
I
See you in an
see.
hour.
Oh yeah. I'll also
Have fun.
just telepathically tell her that remember to tell me. That's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna also head out as well to the room.
All right. And I think this is going to be a good spot for us to take our 5-minute break.
Yes.
Nice.
So everybody can go ahead and hit the short rest button. And if you have any hit dice that you need to recharge, you can go ahead and do so.
I don't think I've ever taken a short rest.
Short rest.
So
You
for
get
those of
spell
you that
slots
haven't
back.
done this before, some of you get spell slots back. Others of you will get short rest features back. But you also have the option to use your hit dice to restore any HP that you may be missing. Each
You
hit
lose-
dice is going to be its own roll.
That will remove the temp HP, right? That should be gone by now.
Correct.
So
Okay.
temp HP is at 0. Now, what spell slots do I want to bring back? Shit.
You can bring back up to 4 spell slots, right?
Yeah.
The
I
4
don't
ones,
know if I
2
bring
twos.
back a 4th though.
What are your most impactful spells?
My first levels are my first levels aren't that big of a deal. We have Gift of Alacrity on for another like 7 hours
Few
or
hours
something
at
like
least.
that. Yeah. So we're fine there. Actually sorry, it'd be 6 or so, but 5, 6. Magic Missile I don't really care about.
What are your
Yes.
2s?
Fortune's Favor, anything upcasted, Misty Step, Earthen Grasp. I don't think I'm gonna really need to bring CC. It's like I said, if I bring anything, it's gonna be defensive. I'm debating if I want to bring back a 3 and a 1 or a 4. Or 2 2s. I don't see the point in bringing back 2 2s.
I think it's a 3 and a 1 or a 4,
Yeah.
honestly.
I just don't know which.
What have you got left? Ones only?
I have a 2. No, sorry, a 3. I have
Just the 3?
just a 3. This is why I was concerned. I got firebolts for days, but those do 2d10, so halved. These cases. I have a slot of reverse time shit left, and I have my fucking other stuff, but if we're fighting with Kyrie and them, I can't be using it. Or I shouldn't use it. If it's Kyrie, one of the 3 sisters, I shouldn't use it with. Minus maybe Lyra, but...
If you do a 3 and a 1...
I'm thinking about just bringing back the 4 because the 4 is really impactful.
What 4s is it?
Light Banishment
Light
and Dimension
Dimension
Door.
it. Yeah, you might want to have something like that handy.
Because, like,
And then you can also
realistically, if
upcast,
we're
yeah.
talking about it, I don't know if I'm gonna hold haste, or sorry, I don't know if I'm gonna cast haste or hold for like
Might
a
not
counter
need it.
spell or a fireball.
Bear in mind your fireball's going to be half too, right? Most likely.
Yeah, but damage is damage.
Yeah, but a halved fireball is like... not that much damage.
Well, here's the thing: if I bring back a 4,
What's
if
the
it's
average
if it's a
damage of a
choice
fireball?
between a 3 and a 1 and a 4, I think the 4 is just better because I can
Yeah.
upcast shit.
So your
Because
average
like
damage
my
of a-
ones would be like a chromatic orb or a magic missile,
Yeah.
and that
The
would be
ones are
my
kind of
one.
useless. Yeah. I
Well,
think
they're
the
not
4 is good.
useless, but they're definitely there, right? And then the 4,
Yeah.
or I bring back 2 2s. That's the other option, but like,
Those are kind of...
well, they're not. Like Misty Step's really useful, and then Earth and Grasp. That'd be probably the 2 that I would use, or an upcast.
Yeah, so for reference, an average fireball is 28 damage, so half would be average 14
I'll be right back, sec.
for a third spell slot.
Well, what other cantrip did he take? Because if he only has like a 4th level in his cantrips, he's not going to be doing shit. Because
He has
They're-
a third still. 1/3. I think the only damaging cantrips are Flame Bolt.
Firebolt.
Yeah, Firebolt.
Exactly. So as soon as he's out of spell slots, he's not going to be doing shit.
And he's already out of spell slots, that's the thing.
Well,
So
Is
he
it-
wants an impactful utility, I imagine. Like Dimension Door or Banish.
Banish could be really useful, especially if she's about to absorb something that we don't want her to absorb.
Yeah, that's actually a good call,
Yeah.
honestly.
Because I can't get
So
my
I-
4th back.
I think the 4th would be better for him, just for that safe.
He's going to be sitting there throwing
Safeguard.
rocks.
I mean, if
Oh.
anything,
That's the way it is.
to protect your mother, Athena, I have protection of good and evil prepped
I'm
already.
not talking about protecting her.
Oh, fuck her.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're worried, I can always put protection.
No,
of good
I'm
and
talking
evil.
about stopping her from absorbing something that's like super powerful that she probably shouldn't have.
Well, here's the thing: I'll be there as well. So.
We were
that's
talking
it.
about you having banishment available.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just take a 4th. That's fine.
I think that's
I was thinking
fine.
about it anyway,
Yeah.
so.
I think that the option to have that safeguard is probably worth forfeiting like some damage.
Wait, we're talking about me banishing to prevent your mother from doing shit? Is that what we're
Having
talking
it
about?
as an option.
I just want to say, by the way, she was withholding most of that information from me, the stuff that I found out, and I mean, I knew there was some stuff, but I didn't know it was that bad.
This in no way surprises me.
The other part
Read
is,
Legend or yourself.
the other part is that her orb, when she legend lore it, It was the same, like the exact same. But from my understanding, I think what she was saying was the orb was the same. So the orb and its function is the same, but like my half of it is different potentially. You know what I mean?
Well, did you tell me the full story of in the room? Because you said you were withholding like the
Oh
other
yeah.
timeline shit.
I'm withholding the third part that I don't know about because, I'm not I knew that the orb was probably time related.
Well, because me,
because it's a
Athena,
copy.
I think it's from a different timeline, and it got like mixed into this one somehow.
Well, that's what happened.
Well, yeah.
I've known that though for a bit. I feel like I told you guys that, but I was more referring to when I was talking about the time stuff. I was more referring to like the really really bad shit. But I guess it's all bad. But like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to feed Paper's bow like a guiding bolt scroll. Should have thought about that while I was on the airship.
Well, it may just take the type of it, like radiant damage, and turn
But-
it to holy.
But maybe it could strengthen that. I don't know. We can feed it some fun stuff and find out.
I mean,
It'll
I'm
be interesting to find out.
I'm ready to go.
Tails, did you need a breaker? Can we have a talk real quick?
We can do that real quick.
We'll just do my break with, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to head off and talk to,
Yeah.
and have a talk with him
I mean,
But we'll
sleeping,
do it.
but
on my own time.
you do it after too, probably.
Yeah, I don't want to hold up the thing, so.
No, after I'm talking about, like after the session.
Yeah, after,
usually
that's
do.
what I mean.
Oh shit, our Discord rules got updated. You know.
Hmm.
So, I have no ammunition, lol.
Ammunition 4.
Fighting.
Oh, didn't you adjust your spells?
I got a 4th level back.
There you go. A little bit of ammunition.
And I have a 3rd level. And I plan on using one of them defensively. I'll be the 4th.
There
I don't know if it's
probably
worth using the
needed.
3rd on haste. I don't think it is.
Don't bother.
Well, if everything goes well, we won't have the need to fight. Maybe we'll just fight smaller creatures.
Possibility, but... yeah, I need to wait for Tails. We were going out there with fucking, what's his name? Husband?
Yeah, it's gonna be Kyrie and him, Vorus.
Okay. Okay, good. It keeps getting better and better, right? Turns out, I didn't realize this, but one of the nightclubs is literally right beside where I work as well. Like, oh, I didn't realize that was there, you know, all this time, and I didn't know. Oh, double ones. Look at that, double one insight check.
Damn, that hard and double one insight.
Very rip.
2 nat 1s in a row. What the actual fuck?
Roll better. It's all those 20s they were rolling earlier. I knew it was gonna happen.
So as you all are completing your rest, Vorus is enjoying himself to bouts of arm wrestling with the other individuals in the tavern, with pretty much no one standing any chance whatsoever. And it's actually become almost a game of to see how long you could last, more than a game of seeing if you could beat him. Well, I think it's about time.
Time to head up. Who's all coming? From this side at least.
Oh, they're in the
Same.
next round. For this round, you got me.
Come.
The Iron Tower is supposed to be taking care of this hour.
Iron Tower hour, Fang hour next one. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
After this session, Tails, I would like to have a talk with the father,
Okay,
since that's what I did for my hour break.
sounds good.
Oh yeah, sorry, mine was going to directly influence the next hour, so.
That's fine. I kind of figured whatever I talked to about it, it wasn't going to change anything what we're planning, so.
Lead the way, Vorus.
All right, let's go. And you see him picking up his warhammer and start walking towards the doorway. Ironically, straight towards the one that is 60 feet up.
Really? Do we really have to do it this way?
It's the shortest path.
How was your walk, Nihilus?
Huh?
Fuck.
I
Conversation,
went
whatever.
to make sure Kyrie was okay.
How was that?
It's okay.
Okay. I'm fucking wall.
All right, who needs a lift?
Raise my hand. Throw me
I mean,
up. Let's
can't we-
go.
I'm gonna go up first.
All right, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Acrobatics.
So if you're going to try and go up yourself, you can use one of those to try.
I thought he. See,
I would like to be
okay.
catapulted.
I want to be thrown up. I thought I was rolling for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rain, you are able to bounce across, and you notice that there are pathways that go to the top of the buildings with a nice secret archway that gets you over to the other side.
I just what's it called?
Is that really the only way up? You got two options.
It's the fastest way.
Screw that, man.
I'm going to look in a little disbelief as like,
Yeah, and Eldon, as you're looking about, you're used to looking at, places to perch and things like that. But these are specifically designed for a very different purpose than you're used to. So it takes you a moment to recognize them, but the moment that you see Rain getting on them, the whole collection suddenly makes sense. And then you bounce your way through, getting up to the perch, getting into the doorway with relative ease.
Perfect.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take you, my lovely red friend.
Throw me up. Let's go.
And he does. He tosses you right on up, and it's relatively graceful. You're able to get up there. It's a little painful when you land, but you're fine.
I'm fine.
-1
Alright.
HP.
What about you,
Technically-
Dragonborn?
Technically, I'm more tan too. But
I see no easy way to do this.
I'll go.
Alright.
And I guidance him and stand in front of him.
You're getting yeeted, Jin.
Yeah, hopefully he can throw almost
He got a
200
guidance
pounds.
on that.
Roll the 2.
All right, so that'll be a D4. So you rolled a 1 on that.
I'll take it.
So as he tosses you up, seeming to have misjudged you,
I do
you're
have armor
starting to
on.
fall short.
Can I make a dex save?
You can, and that'll be at advantage because like, oh shit, and then he starts running up to try and catch you.
You
And,
did it on purpose!
But I didn't know. You got
You're
full
heavier
chain
than you
armor
look.
or something. And then you see him think better about saying anything more, and then he stops himself. I'll do this a different way. And he just kind of lifts you up from your legs, and he just kind of pushes you really hard up so that you get essentially launched directly up the wall. With no issue at all.
Jean, your turn.
Oh god. Oh, Bahamut. What's it?
Is she always so cranky?
Yes.
Yes.
I shout down. Yes.
No wonder she and Mrs. get along so well. Well, anyways, you and I can go up together. And you see him start to run up the wall with Jean. He is holding Jean, so this will be at disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh, the first one is so good.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh god, he's gonna drop me.
Well, luckily for you, he has a plus 20 on his dexterity saving throws. Because he also gets a plus 8 on top of that for his other saves. So, yeah, so he's able to kind of like run, vaults himself back. All right. Maybe doing the both of us isn't a good idea.
I can just, walk up the steps.
Nope.
And before you even get 2 words out, he just tosses you right on up. And then runs up himself. Okay, much better.
I'm
See,
used
that
to
wasn't
flying.
too bad.
I'm used to flying. It's all good.
See, he's got the spirit. Alright, time to go kill shit.
About time.
I'm just
And
gonna.
you, And as he walks you all forward, you do eventually get to the bottom of the mausoleum, and he shows you a plate that you can push in the wall in order to open the doorway. And as you come up, you see that the coffin is slowly going back to its original position as the door itself is closing behind you. When you get to the gate, you notice that Aradel and the collection of wizards are there, along with a pretty decent assortment of individuals there specifically to protect the 6 wizards that are going out.
Before we get up to them, I would like to cast Detection of Evil and Good.
Okay. And the ones around your party are the ones that you expect. When you get up close to them, you notice that the orb that your mother has does have a fiendish signature. You notice that a few of the other individuals around you have Fae or some sort of ancestry that's definitely pinging slightly. But the strongest new signature is definitely your mother's orb.
Okay, but not her. It's her orb.
Seems to be, yeah.
So I got a question. So is the ping with me plus the orb?
Yes.
Is that just because I'm a tiefling?
Oh no, we
No.
need to talk about your shit.
Okay.
Because originally, it was only the orb.
I expected that though, right?
Yeah. He's been sharing the aura with it for quite some time at this point.
Wasn't information that you could have told me before.
We needed to leave because the hour was up, but it'll come out in the talk with Kyrie later.
God. All right. Probably what
Alright.
that failed wisdom save was for.
I succeeded the wisdom. I failed everything else.
So as you all make your way out, Aridel is standing there. Only one orb, as promised. But I'm going to task all of you to protect my apprentices. When we go out there, we're going to need to make sure that nothing happens to them because, well, I can take care of myself.
Sure.
But there's only 5 of us.
Well, luckily for you, there's only 5 of them as well.
Oh, I thought you said 6 apprentices.
She is the 6th.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I should have.
And I mean, Silver Fang people, there's a few of them, right? Varus said he's
Yeah,
gonna bring
you're
them.
not alone going out to here. The group is going to be spread out, so you will have a set number that will be with you in this. But it is going to have a protection detail for each of these wizards.
So who are we partnering up with? Who's our little buddy wizard?
Well, and about this point, you hear off in the distance a loud snapping sound.
Fuck.
And as this occurs, the ground starts to rumble. And you can feel the ground shake. 1, and then 2, and then 3. Over and over. Well, seems that they brought something new. Shall we go out and greet it?
No. No.
Well, we chose this path. Let's go.
Lead? I'm not leading shit.
Well,
And as you hear this, you notice that a collection of trees off in the distance are parted ways as a massive creature
Oh, please.
holding
no.
a rather
Oh.
large abyssal individual on top of them is making its way through the forest straight towards Murda.
Wow.
Eldon, you would recognize this creature. This is
Oh, okay.
an Udok. Creatures that
name?
are native to the mountains around Rayonar.
Okay.
And you
Have
know
I seen
that
one in person before?
you have seen one in person, and they are known as one of the most dangerous things to be around because they quite literally destroy any structures that they run into. And this one seems to be harnessed. Although, given the method that seems to be employed here, not willingly. And at this point, I would like everybody to roll initiative.
No.
I can't wait to start throwing firebolts at this fucking thing. It's gonna be a great time.
Look, it's not my fault you didn't take some first levels, okay?
Can I stealth before that?
Well, we had to protect one of these wizards, so.
Oh, dude.
If he dies, he dies.
You have
What is the
+8
group?
paper.
Yeah, I know. What is the group that we're supposed to be protecting?
These
There.
5 wizards.
So
Yeah,
you will notice
they're
that all
15.
of the individuals that you are not protecting have a blue border
it?
around them. Those that you are the gold borders in
Oh,
the center
fuck.
of the groups.
I didn't select my token. Can you add that, Tails? Is it
Um,
1d8? Flame?
Yeah, it's
Go ahead and
1d8.
re-roll with yours, and then we can change the number.
Yeah, okay, one sec. I'll just roll the d8 then. Can I have that one instead?
You got
Such a
30,
greedy bitch.
32.
No, I'm fine.
Initiative.
I,
32
that'll
or
be-
29.
29. 29.
So you had the 3 and the 23? 29 you
Yeah,
said?
it's 20, 23.2 plus 6.
So fair that he
So
gets advantage on these.
29.2.
We all get advantage?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Why do I always roll so low?
I'm technically not supposed to be rolling with advantage, but somehow I am.
And then, since you guys actually got Vorus out here, let's go ahead and add him to the fight.
I'm so
Gonna
fat.
need him.
Did you think we were going to end up directly here?
Not directly, but I thought that you'd do more things that would lead you to this. That's half the fun.
Okay, now we gotta pick a wizard.
Oh, which one was it? It's the center one?
The center one is the Udok.
No, of the wizards I'm talking about.
Yes, the center one that is gold framed. All the blue framed ones are. Some of them you actually recognize, including the Goblin Squad. One of which, the moment he sees
Yeah.
Jean, is looking at him going, "Dragon!"
Is that the green one?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering whenever you're gonna bring him up again.
He is very excited to see you.
I guess I found my wizard.
It's not a
Those are
wizard,
just
is
Silver
it?
Fang people operating something.
Yeah, they are operating what seems to be some sort of goblin machinery.
It looks like a multi-ballista or something, or a repeater.
It's looks like literally just a giant bow and arrow that's meant to shoot as many arrows as possible, and it is shoddy craftsmanship and may or may not
Goblins.
work.
As always, goblin technology.
So, fucking bitch has,
Correct. So you
Really?
may
I'm
place
the only one who
yourself.
gets to call her that.
Whoa, dude.
Oh,
she's withholding information
your
from me,
role
I'm
playing.
pissed.
You withhold information from fucking everybody.
I've told you
True.
everything I know.
Actually true.
Oh, you've told me everything?
Yeah.
Who's the Crescent Moon guy?
Some guy.
Exactly.
So go ahead and place yourselves on the map. You would be able to choose the squads that you want to go with.
already
You
picked.
can also choose to go with Aradel if you wish.
I think
the,
you should be next to Aradel.
I plan on it.
The main objective of this combat is going to be to keep them alive.
very well. I can hold off. I can keep 2 squads alive.
There will not be any squadrons to back up here because they are spread out amongst all the other regions. This is going to work very similar to the ballistas in the tower, where any combat that you do on your half of the map is going to give a +5 or +1 to that side's roll, as long as you use an offensive attack or bonus action.
Okay, so Eldon and Rain, you want to take the left, and then Jean and I could be on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ara straight up the middle with my mother.
The being on the back of this thing, is it a familiar individual?
Make a perception check.
Are we sure we want to split up our support characters? Or one, like, because we have all the healing on one side and the left side does nothing.
I
11?
mean, I can go with you if we want to switch me and Rain, but I'm not going to be much help.
Yeah, she's low on spell slots also.
I plan on holding
Okay.
back significantly. To
I
save
don't
the
think it
Mars
matters
levels
much
in case
then,
we
yeah.
need healing.
I was about to say,
If that's the case, it doesn't matter too much.
Well, the scroll, we have potions, we have scrolls. I mean, Rain and I can switch.
It's up to you.
Yeah, Rain switch with me.
Just in case, you know.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
no.
I have Sacred Flame at least on cantrip, so.
All right. And to start off the round, Eldon, what would you like to do?
I didn't see, right?
Okay, so
You did not. No.
Okay, that's fine.
the big boy is very obvious to me, right?
That is his literal size.
Okay, so I can see them through the tree line easily.
They were commonly referred to in your old homeland as walking mountains.
How tall is this thing?
This thing is approximately 50 feet tall
How tall
and
are the
about
trees?
40 feet wide. Or sorry, 30 feet
it-
wide,
it-
50 foot tall.
Is he above the trees?
He is. He is
Okay.
quite literally walking through them and pushing a lot of them over.
Okay. How's my line of sight look right now from my position?
For him, you could potentially hit him, yes.
You said he was harnessed, right?
He does seem to have a makeshift harness on him, yes. And
As in like a saddle, right?
less of a saddle and more like chains that are running through his mouth being held by a creature that is on his back.
Okay.
I didn't see what it was. That's on his back.
Right, anyway. Much to do about nothing. Let's start this off. I'm going to do I have advantage on this at all, or no?
It is still
High
the top
tech.
of the round and nobody else has gone yet, so you would
Okay,
have
so
those
perfect.
benefits.
So I will bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Alright, and he is marked.
And then let me do some toggling of things.
While you're
Sharpshooter,
doing that,
assassinate.
I would like to make a note and say whatever your name does, Aradel, I just want to be very aware of what she's doing, you know.
Okay.
And like any interactions with the orb, hers or mine, should she get or should there be anything visible, I want to make note of it. Anything odd, stuff like that.
Easy enough.
Okay. So the first shot is going to be against the big boy.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
Advantage.
At advantage, okay, so that'll be a 21. 21 does hit.
That's with heal.
So that'll be 21. Oh, good God, all those numbers. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
22, 23, 24, 25, 33, 43, 45, 46, 47, and 55 points of damage.
And his AC
Second
is
shot.
reduced now, right?
What's that?
His AC is reduced by 1 now, right?
If you did a non-elemental attack, yes.
Yeah, it was with the steel arrow.
Okay, then yeah, his AC has been reduced by 1 for the remainder of this turn.
So I think that it might be better for me to just put all 3 shots into this big boy first of all. Considering like the rest of it is like pretty much fodder, right?
Correct.
That
So
fodder
that'll-
might help me though.
Will that
Oh.
negate assassinate, I assume?
So you would get the first shot with that, and then you would be able to do the other shots. Is it all attacks or just the first
All-
attack? I think you have advantage on all the
On a
attacks.
surprised creature. I get advantage on anything that hasn't acted. And the auto crit is on surprised creatures.
Okay, yeah. So you had the crit for this one, so you would have the advantage still, but you don't have the auto crit.
Okay, perfect. That's all I need to know. Sharpshooter enabled, let's go.
That'll hit.
Sharpshooter again.
And that will hit again. So yeah, that will be 29 points of damage. Followed by
these
another.
last 2 were with Holy, so I'll roll those 2 Holies now.
Okay. Alright,
With
so
a
that was
reduced AC.
22. Or sorry. 24, 29, 31. And then the next one, you would hit him again, so that'll be 24 plus 7, so that'll be another 31.
Who?
119 points of damage in the first round. And as that occurs, you notice that the arrows that are going into this creature are definitely doing a good chunk of damage. He's still healthy, but he felt that.
Good.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do shit to it.
Alright, Rain, what would you like to do?
I am going to change my form to the damaged one.
Okay.
And I'm going to move about 20 feet.
And any attacks into the groups do not need to roll. Those are going to be an automatic bonus to the group.
About that one, and then hit the first. This one with my psychic bow.
Alright, so you give a +1 to the right side.
Alright, give him 1 second.
Oh, when you say half of the map is split down the vertical.
It's literally down the
center.
middle, yep.
Okay.
Tails, you said that you adjusted the thingy, right?
Should be, yes.
Yeah, I found it. Oops.
Yeah, and for creatures that are not this guy, you don't have to worry about rolling for them. They will definitely hit something out there. Any attacks or bonus actions that are made against the horde are there specifically to support the rolls for the groups as a whole.
So would it be somewhat pointless to cast protection spells at this time, since it's being like a mob mentality type of role?
I would count a protection spell on them also as a +1.
Okay.
+1. So yeah, whether you're defending the group or attacking the enemy, both would count as helping your side to progress.
Gotcha.
All right, so Rain, anything else you would like to do?
Does my changing form count as bonus or not really?
That would be a bonus action, yes.
Okay, so then that will be it.
All right,
Yeah, that will be it for me.
and that brings us to Vorus. He is very excited about his friend there, so he's going to go charging straight in.
Hell yeah.
My old boy Vorus, man.
But despite the gusto,
Oh no!
he still is only able to move 60 feet. So you see him charging straight into the tree line, holding his warhammer in the sky.
I'm coming. I'm
Chad.
coming.
What an absolute mad lad.
All right. And that brings us to the 20 round. So it is going to start off with our Udak making his progression forward. It is rough terrain, so he does do half movement, but he still moves 25 feet with that.
Because he's a fucking giant.
Just squished one of them.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. And then at this point,
Oh, he's gonna
seeing
throw a tree
Vorus
at you.
there,
Okay.
yeah, seeing Vorus there, it is going to use its charge attack. That'll be a DC 21. Which Vorus does hit. So he takes... Oh no, he still takes the damage. He just doesn't get thrown
Get
back.
knocked prone, yeah.
All right, so he charges forward straight at Vorus and deals 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Could have been worse. What's max damage on that?
Not sure. That is actually a relatively average roll, though. And Vorus at this point is like, ha ha, let's go, big boy. And you see him just kind of pushing his warhammer against the Udok as it charges straight at him. And at this point, that brings us to Aradel.
Watching.
Uh-oh. What's she gonna do?
Well, apparently all men are the same. Stupid. And you see
take
her
offense to
start
that.
waving her hand in front of her.
Isn't she the one that married him, though?
She's
No.
not married to
No.
Vorus, no.
Kyrie's married to Vorus.
Oh yeah, Kyrie. God, I keep on mixing those two up.
I do not.
Well, I don't have
Yeah, one's your mother
s-
and one you're trying to.
Yeah, I think she is going to do that.
Gonna do.
Wow.
So yeah, she is going to aim a spell directly on top of where the Udok is. And you notice that everything in a 60-foot sphere around it starts to become frigidly cold. And a freezing sphere comes out of it.
What a
Jesus.
shit roll.
That actually is a really shit roll. She had 3 1s in there, but she had 3 6s, so it was kind of right in the middle. But yeah, let's see if he makes his roll. And he does. So he takes half damage.
What about the other things, or?
So with that, I am going to give a +2 to both sides.
What about
All right.
any soul suckies?
At this point, you do not notice anything out of the ordinary.
She's not close to anything.
Oh,
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. So as the imps and things of that nature around her, around the area that was hit, start to die, you do notice small wisps making their way towards her orb.
there is.
But it doesn't seem to be reacting anything out of what you've already seen before.
Fuck no.
You also notice
No.
some of them are coming towards yours.
Okay.
All right. And that will complete her turn. And let me double check something on that spell, because I'm pretty sure that might have actually hit him as well.
If she's a high enough level, she should be able to choose. Right?
That's
I
like
think
a
it depends on the
fucking
spell.
8th
Isn't
level,
that like a
isn't it?
wizard thing?
Well, she has to be
Depends on
what,
the spell.
invocation school?
Yeah.
So it explodes in a 60-foot radius. Each creature, yeah. So no, it does not care about ally or not ally. So Vorus also
What
gets
type
frozen.
of wizard is she?
Oh.
She is
Place or ice spells.
transmutation.
Okay.
It's like I made that a while ago. I gotta remember.
Way to
I'm
be a
kind of a
bitch, Mom.
transmutation wizard, you know.
And Vorus saves with no issue at all. He seems to not even care about it. He's like, "Ooh, chilly."
Crazy
But he does
bastard.
take 15 points of damage. All right, and that'll bring us to Jean. What would you like to do?
Well, I'll take a step right next to my goblin admirer, and I'm gonna cast Platinum Defense on him. Gonna wrap him up in some Bahamut Divine magic.
All right, and that'll gain another +1 for the right side.
And then as an action, I'll cast Protection of Good and Evil on this boy right here.
All right, and I will give you +2 on that side. Perfect.
And that's it for me.
All right, Aris, what would you like to do?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about this, and what I am going to do, Mr.
I
DM,
can't wait for it, dude.
is I'm gonna look at this motherfucker. Can I see like the guy in the back of this range? Is it better since he's closer or no?
It is better since they are closer. The individual that you see... Oh, and just so you guys can see the full picture of that guy. The individual that you see seems to be female-looking in nature. Has big red wings and is holding a whip as she is whipping the head of the creature while holding the chains with the other hand.
Would I recognize what that is?
Make an Arcana check. Or History, whichever. So you would recognize this, mostly due to the fact that you have spent a lot of time researching about the Abyss and all the other things that are remotely around that, given your time. This is an Aranis. They are very strong and fierce warriors of the lesser and greater demons. They are generally servants. However, they are very commonly used in order to lead groups of attacking forces.
So it's like it's a servant, but almost like a general kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just watched a YouTube video of these guys the other day. I was like, oh, these guys are pretty cool. I wonder whenever we're going to meet them. Well, apparently we're meeting them the day after.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do, Mr. DM, is I'm going to go ahead and point at, I don't know, the bush
Don't
somewhere.
hype it up, man. We all know what's
I'm
gonna
pointing at
happen.
the bush and I'm casting Firebolt.
Wow.
All right.
I'm gonna try to hit something. I don't know.
Which side are you aiming at?
Left side.
Or are you aiming at the big creature?
I'll aim at the big creature. Fuck it.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
-1
He is
AC,
not
by the way.
abyssal, so I have hope for you.
He still has
So,
1 AC.
as the firebolt
Probably
flies
doesn't
through the
hit.
air, it just barely catches
Are
the
you-
fur on fire.
You know
And
the
does-
meme about it? I did I did the same amount of damage as your mother did.
True.
No, what did Tail say at the end? It barely catches his fur on fire and does what?
It does hit.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, you got exactly what you needed.
Yeah, but you hit one
You-
thing. She hit a bunch.
Did you
Doesn't
take
matter,
into
it's
account
fine.
the -1 AC?
Yeah,
for that?
he got
Okay.
this would just hit the natural armor. So he's good.
So I'm gonna look over at Aradella. So are you gonna try your abyssal? Your orb out? I'm curious.
Well, considering it took you so long to realize how this works, let's see if my minds or your intuition's better.
Ooh, dick measuring contest going on in the center.
I mean,
hers
I
might
got
be
nothing.
bigger.
I'm tempted to try shit, but like.
All right, Nihilus, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move a tiny bit up so I'm in range. And I'm gonna Sacred Flame what I can.
All right, and you do that, and you do see imps starting to fall as you are hitting them, giving another +1 to that side. All right, anything else you'd like to do? Okay, so I will go ahead and at the bottom of the round, it is going to be the roll for everything. So with the +3, the first side rolls a 14, which means that they do destroy one of the creatures, while the other side, having its +5, is going to roll a 15, which is enough to destroy 2 of them. All right, and that brings us back to the top of the round. Eldon, what would you like to do?
Oh, first question. Do my attacks count for my side as well?
Any attacks that are on the big creature, I'm not counting towards the pluses.
Okay.
If you could, melt one of these bone devils, I would feel a lot safer.
Yeah, I'd feel a lot safer if the 50-foot monstrosity was also dead. So that's what I'm going to try and do.
Okay.
Um. Okay. He has like 19 AC. Alright, we're just gonna throw out two attacks with Holy Element.
All right, so the first one hits, the second one does not.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
All right, so but that still does, and with Vorus there, you do get the sneak attack, which means that you get the extra 7 points.
Perfect. And then, does this tree provide cover of any sort?
For you, yes.
Can I like climb it, perhaps?
You potentially could, yeah.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Go ahead and
See
give me
if
an
it'll get
acrobatics
better line
check.
of sight. Acrobatics. Come on, man.
It takes a little bit of work, but you kind of get yourself in there. These are very different trees from what you're used to working with.
Plus 11, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
they're very
luckily,
different trees.
ones do not work with that, so yeah. Yeah, you do successfully get into the tree. You got like quarter cover.
Oh, that'll do. Fine. That's enough for me.
All right, Rain. Oh,
yeah,
you shooting again, or
Sorry.
okay?
No, I don't have any more shots.
Rain, what would you like to do?
Another bolt at the same abyssal?
Okay. Go, and that one will go out.
Nice.
See ya.
Actually, yeah, I will have you guys roll, and if you get a crit, I will give you a 2 instead of a 1.
Yay.
Very nice.
For Nihilus, just go ahead. If you do something that is going to require a save on their end, just do a basic spell attack.
Oh, okay. I didn't do that last time. You said it would just be like an automatic.
Yeah, I just with her getting a crit on that one, I figured that'll be a fun little mechanic to throw in.
Yeah.
So we'll start that this round.
And you said the bonus action is just my regular dex attack, right?
Yep, just your regular attack again. All right, and that will give 3 points to the right side.
Yeah. I'm done.
All right, and that brings us to Vorus. So Vorus, being the Chad he is going to look at the creature in front of him. Why don't you show those that are better than you some, respect?
Respect.
Grovel. And he uses command.
DC 22.
Jesus, 5th level.
All right, let's see how it does. It does not save. So you see the creature falling to the ground, groveling before him, falling prone.
Nice.
You also see all the creatures around him falling
Yeah.
to the ground as well, as the command goes to 4 other creatures surrounding him, including the one that is on his back.
So groveling.
And actually, let's have her. She is She does not actually. She saves.
Very strong, much grovel.
But let's have her make a dex save with that, and she does maintain control. Alright, so that'll be his turn. And with that, I'll actually give a point to both sides.
Good job.
Alright, and that brings us to the creature, who is gonna look down at this individual that's doing that. And it's gonna start whimpering as it can't bring itself back up. But the Araness is going to pull it, shouting out in Abyssal about how it needs to obey her commands. Alright, that'll end its turn.
Damn. Thing doesn't want to be here, so it is.
Well, if he's gonna play with toys like that, why don't we give them all something to play with? And yeah, she's going to, right in front of Vorus, lift up a hand as a wave of water starts to rise from the ground. 30 feet across.
Tidal wave?
10 arrive, and as she pushes the hand forward, it just charges. So yeah, each creature in the area will need to make a 4d8, a save.
That's not
Tidal
ninth
wave.
level, is it?
Tidal wave's a cool spell.
No, that's only 3rd level.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's just so much fun. It's cool.
What is it with her rolls today? They are so bad.
Because she is an evil orb.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, the prone creature automatically fails, so he's gone, and then the Araness does not save. And she is pushed back off of the creature.
Hey.
Good job.
Oh, this
Run away.
is either going to be good or bad.
Run away, little big guy.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it'll happen. Too late at this point, but
I think
Right,
that
just to
was
make
granted.
this easier for me to see, because otherwise I'm not going to find her in all this shit. There we go. She has an aura around her. All right. She is the one with the yellow aura around her.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
It's right above the creature.
Yeah, it's right here.
We don't
No
see
aura.
oh, that yellow.
it. Oh, it's
okay.
still silver on our.
How's that?
Oh,
Still silver.
We see
okay.
her. We see her. We got her.
Yeah, but we see her.
Yeah, we see her now.
Okay. But yeah, can I make that where you guys can see it? Ah, player permissions. There we go.
Perfect.
Yep, we see the aura.
All right, so she is going to lose control of the creature, and we'll see what happens with that. Gene, what would you like to do?
I'm tempted to try.
Oh no.
I'm gonna assume I haven't seen this lady yet, have I? I'm way too far
What
away.
is your passive?
I
Yeah, no, you are very occupied with. All right, everyone, we're gonna keep you safe. You'll be okay.
guess I'll just move up here and just do Sacred Flame.
All right, go ahead and make a spell attack. Perfect. So that'll be 1 bonus. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Aris, it is your turn.
There's a couple things that I want to try. So, if I have my orb out, does it feel like I'd be... Could I try to how to word this? Could I try to use some of the orb's energy to either fuck. Unleash some
Use your words, Flame.
energy or yeah, can I like try to unleash a little bit of energy from it?
I don't
Okay.
think now is the time to
So
experiment.
as you
Well,
are aiming
hang
the
on.
orb towards
Hold
the
on, hold on.
crowd. Okay.
No, do what you're gonna do. Do what you're gonna.
I'm doing it. Fuck it.
All right. So as you're aiming your orb towards the crowd, you feel that this is possible, but you don't have enough souls yet.
Okay.
It starts to power up, but it's just not quite there.
Okay.
Need some
Do I look over at Aradel and what is she looking?
She is observing everything you do.
Yeah, perfect. That's fine. I'm just gonna. Do I still have an action, or did I burn it?
I will say that would be an action doing
Okay.
that, because that's what it would normally be.
That's fine. I'm just gonna sit here and then look towards Eldon, I guess, for the next go.
All right.
Why me?
Because you're next in order. Oh no,
I'm
Nihilus,
also-
sorry, Nihilus.
Again,
I look
I
towards
top
Nihilus.
liver.
I look
Top
towards
liver over here, it's
Nihilus. I thought
fine.
you were
Fine.
before me.
Actually,
I actually thought you were before me. So I look towards Nihilus.
All right, Nihilus, what would you like to do?
Sacred Flame to make sure my side has extra protection.
All right, go ahead and make your spell attack. All right, that adds a +1. Alrighty, so that brings us to. Is there anything else you wanted to do in your turn?
No, I'm saving my first level spells for healing.
All right, at this point, let's see how they do. So that'll be 2 roll of 20s. So as they're getting the +2 from you guys, you are able to save them from losing 4 individuals, but a few of the creatures from the other side start flinging spells, and 2 individuals on this side are taken down.
Shit.
On the other side, with the +5, you change what could have been a very disastrous thing for one of the individuals there. Jean, your protection spell bouncing back some of the damage, resulting in one of theirs being taken out instead.
Woo, woo, woo.
And that brings us to the top of the round. Aris, as the...
Hi. That's not my name though.
Oh, I'm going over his thing real quick.
Oh, sorry.
So, you notice that the individuals that fell to your left
Oh,
are not
no.
being absorbed into any orbs. There's no wisps coming from their bodies. But the abyssal creatures that are being killed, every single one of them is coming towards either you or Aradel. Alright, Eldon.
You should move closer so they come to you first. Um,
I don't think it matters. They did it.
is the creature still
It is still prone.
under the command, right?
Yep.
How long does command last?
While it's prone a turn. While it's prone, you should kill a bone devil.
Did I notice that the bone devils are like doing anything special, or are particularly menacing?
They seem to be indications of larger wins.
Larger what? Sorry.
larger accomplishments of destruction in the horde.
So they
Okay.
get
You
more
weaken them.
pluses, basically.
Yeah.
So the creature's still quote unquote incapacitated for now, right?
Correct. He is prone until his turn comes back up.
Just prone though.
Yes.
So command is over. I'm trying to figure
Uh,
this out for targeting purposes.
It's essentially it is still prone right now. It lost its one turn, and it now is going to be able to act in its next turn.
Oh, so it has its turn back. Okay. So
Yes.
command makes it lose a turn effectively.
Essentially.
So shit. Can I see the person that was thrown off the back of it? Can I see
With
where
your
they went?
perception, yes. Especially since she is flying over him.
She's flying?
She's got wings.
Okay. Now, do I take out or attempt to deal more damage to the big boy? Or... You know what? Let's go after the person that was controlling it, because we don't know what the monstrosity is going to do.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
So we're going to do bonus action steady aim. Sharp shooter. This creature has acted, right?
Yeah,
The individual has acted? Okay.
they were the ones making the creature move forward.
Okay, so that was their actions.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we're going to use... This is an abyssal creature, right?
It is fiendish.
From what I
Yes.
know. Okay. Alright, we're just going to throw one out and see what happens.
All right, and that'll hit. So that
Yes.
becomes she is not within range of a ally, so the sneak attack does not apply, but everything else does. So that'll be 25.
Okay, that was with iron, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or steel, sorry, steel, so minus 1 AC.
Okay, so her AC will go down by 1.
Then we're gonna sharpshooter again. And another one
And that'll still hit.
with holy.
So that will be 32 points of damage.
Very good.
And you notice that while for the large guy, these hits were not doing a huge amount of damage to him relatively. He was still hurting, but still had plenty of health to go. She, on the other hand, seems to have taken quite a hit from this. She's still healthy,
Frail.
but it was quite significant.
Excellent. That's me.
Rain, what would you like to do?
Actually, that's still far. Actually, I'm gonna move a little further.
Okay.
That way. And then I will aim at... You guys are focusing on the...
Or I was, and then I swapped to the actual controller of it. But you can do whatever. I don't know. We don't know what the big boy is gonna do, so it's probably still gonna be a threat, I imagine.
Rampage.
How damaged is the
Big guy looks healthy. The Aranus looks damaged. They're not. They're still fighting capable, but they have very significant damage showing.
I'll aim at the big boy then.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. These will be at disadvantage because you're making a ranged attack against a prone target.
But it's so.
It's
thick.
also 50 foot tall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was gonna be my argument if I tried to shoot it. I believe.
All
Oh,
right,
it doesn't
that will hit.
matter.
And with Vorus there, that definitely gets the sneak attack. So that's going to be 31 points of damage.
Really nice. And another one.
Another one.
Okay, and that one does not hit. So as the attacks go through, you notice that the creature's on the ground, kind of whimpering.
Oh. Okay, that's it for me.
I still feel that it shouldn't be at disadvantage for a creature so big.
Nope. Still
Wait.
reduced in size.
Mm. So as Vorus comes up, good boy, good boy. Here, why don't I help you have a master that knows how to do things right?
Oh no.
And Vorus is
Oh
going to try
my
and jump right on
god.
top of him.
Let's go.
And successfully does so with his movement.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
And let's have him do an animal handling check to see if he can turn the tide. That'll do. Just barely, but that'll do. Hey, you want to take care of the big lady right in front of you? And at this point, Vorus is still holding the chains that were attached to its mouth, but much more loosely and more goading and prodding than forcing. And he's just waving one hand in the air with his warhammer, going like, "Let's go!" All right, and that brings us to the creature's turn. It's gonna turn around and it's gonna try and use Swallow on the Aranis. All right, she needs to make a strength saving throw.
Something tells me she's not gonna be.
Actually, one of her better stats, but when you roll a 2, that doesn't matter. So yeah, as the Udok turns around, which the entire ground is rumbling as it does so, it looks towards her and uses its bite attack. At which point, it does latch down on her. It lifts its mouth up and then swallows her back.
Oh, shit.
And she is currently in its belly.
Oh my god!
Why?
And with that, she takes 17 points of piercing damage and 18 points of acid damage.
Does she take any force damage?
Not force, but she's not enjoying her time in there.
I believe it.
She is currently blinded and restrained.
Word.
Damn.
That's one way to do it.
So curiosity, the walls behind us, how far would they be?
About 10 feet off of this map.
Oh, so we're right outside the gate.
You are right outside the gate.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, you guys can't see it, but she is feeling the hurt at this point.
Word.
About halfway down. So that brings us to Aradel. Somewhat baffled. All right. Well, that was interesting. Let's see what else we can do here. You know, I think we need another one of these, but let's do one a bit more spectacularly. Or actually, I have a better idea. She's going to cast Fly. Way too many things to scroll through.
Casting at 3rd level?
She
no,
did
4th. Ooh.
Alright, Aris. Let me show you how this works.
Did she cast it on me?
She did.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And she's going to go straight into the fray.
Ooh.
And that'll end her turn for now. Jean, what would you like to do?
I'll, good old Sacred Flame.
All right, go ahead and make your attack. That'll be a +1. All right, anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. Gotta hold my concentration.
Okay. That brings us to Aris.
I'm joining her. I'm not the shit.
Okay.
What it Alright, what have you got to show then? And then I'm gonna just point somewhere down there and just shoot off a firebolt. I'm not attacking the thing.
Okay. That'll go ahead and make a spell attack. So that'll be one on the left side. Let me show you what you can look forward to when you get a bit more capable. Nihilus, what would you like to do?
Sacred Flame.
All right. Go ahead and make your attacks. All right, that'll hit.
How high off the ground are we?
You're
However high
about
you wanna
40
be.
feet. 40, 50 feet.
Yep.
All right. And at this point, that will bring us to the end of the round, which means rolls again. This time doing very well. This side losing 2 creatures. And the other side, with your guys' help, losing 1.
It was like right here.
Aris, you start hearing a whisper. You can't make out the words. But when you look up at Aradel, you notice that she herself is whispering words of incantation.
Can I tell what she's doing?
Make an Arcana check. Be aware this is going to be a high DC.
One.
You don't know the spell, but it definitely seems to be psychic in nature.
Okay. This is spooky, dude.
Eldon.
There's AoE psychic spells around.
There are some.
They exist. Can I pick out a Bone Devil? Since,
Sure.
since we're now friends with the big guy.
So the wisp.
Go ahead and try and pick one off.
Just to clarify,
Yeah.
real quick,
Mhm.
the whispers were her, or were they separate and there was hers as well?
You are at this point pretty sure they're hers.
Okay.
So I'll give myself advantage on this one.
All right, that definitely hits in both cases,
Holy.
and that would be 20. So the first Bone Devil is looking beaten up. You
Perfect.
think that if you do one more round on it, it will probably destroy it.
Very good.
All right.
During that last turn, did it seem like there was any split, or has it been pretty even?
Thus far,
Vision.
it seems to be relatively even. So you were getting them more often from the right side, while she was getting them more often from the left.
And am I still getting them from the right side, or is it okay, most of them?
Currently, she seems to be getting them. All right, Rain, what would you like to do?
I would like to change my target to my first target, and
All right, pew pew away.
18.
18. And with that, the Bone Devil is down.
Nice. I'll go with that's a fiend.
Okay, go ahead and make the attack. So the first one is going to be a permanent -1 for that side, but the second one will just be a general +1 for this round.
23.
Alrighty, and that brings us to Vorus's turn.
Oh, actually, can I go to the tree?
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Then kind of hide. I can't really hide, but yeah.
So with that, the Aranis is going to try and get out, being unsuccessful. And they take another 66 acid damage,
Oh.
which
66.
holy crap. So they took 26 points of acid damage, which makes her very hurt.
Not dead though.
Such Chad.
That's ideal. That is actually ideal.
All right, and that brings us to Vorus, and yeah, we should be real soon for Athena. And that brings us to the creature which Vorus is going to be controlling, and it is going to just start chomping away. It has 3 attacks, I believe, so it is going to do 2 on the right side, 1 on the left. And that brings us to Aridel's turn. She looks out upon the entire group and unleashes a psychic scream across the entire set, taking out 10 separate creatures with 47 points of psychic damage. As the abyssal creatures start to fall, you see them all entering into her orb.
Bitch.
Now let me show you how this actually works.
Damn.
And as she moves it forward, you see her doing very similar motions to what you did earlier. But this time, energy starts to pulse out. Again and again, pulses of energies start to wave. And then she points it at the nearest fiend. A swirling vortex starts to appear on the fiend, getting bigger and bigger, pulling in all the creatures around for approximately 200 feet in both directions. Even the battlefields to the side
Whoa.
start having their fiends suck towards this central point. And now you're all mine.
Ooh.
And she casts Soul Vortex.
Your mom's sounding a little hungry.
At this point, Aris, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Don't fail.
Have advantage.
No.
You do not.
Does it? So, does it succeed or fail? I need to know this.
So you notice that as the souls start to be sucked towards the central location, a beam of energy goes right into her orb. And you
Here comes the
feel
retcon.
a rumbling in your ears. And everyone around also hears this same sound.
Bye.
Aris, the souls that were being sucked into Aridel's orb start being forcibly pulled towards you. Not your orb. To you.
Wait a minute.
What does that mean?
And you also feel your orb being pulled into your body.
What?
What?
I would like you to add the absorbed orb of abnegation
Fuck.
to your inventory.
Wait, what does that mean?
Is
Wait
that
a
a good
minute.
thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
This was yeah. Maybe we should have had that conversation
a
before we
thing.
came out here.
Aris, you are 50 feet in the air, and you are unconscious.
I run.
Oh.
You
Wait.
can't catch him. Can you?
And that's where we're
Did-
going to end today.
So
Oh!
wait. I failed my save then.
You did.
You could catch him.
Could I oh,
We're
Retcon
gonna
time.
retcon this.
Retcon
No.
wizard?
Retcon. here
I have
comes.
it.
This particular one, you would not have had time to do that, because you would have to have your mental capability to do so.
Absorbed.
I'm right after him. I want to run.
Okay. And actually, we'll do a little bit more on this one. Nihilus, as you get there, Aris is not breathing.
Spare the dying.
What? Hold up.
Spare the dying. Cure one or cure wounds.
You're one.
I got a question.
Mhm.
Am I dead?
He has his ring on.
He
Yeah.
does.
That's why I'm asking.
He's just not breathing. Doesn't mean you're fully dead yet, I guess.
This
Something
will
like that.
take a little bit more to go into. So at
I'm
this
not going to
point,
be able to sleep.
do you think you have 10 more minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
If we're done by midnight, I'll be fine.
Okay, we could definitely be done by then.
Oh, can we? That'd be wonderful.
So, Aris, you feel yourself being pulled into a new location, and I need you to jump down to secrets.
Kyrie knew this was going to happen.
You see yourself in a familiar space, but you're far more present here than you've ever been before. This is where you've met with the souls of the three in multiple occasions. But this time, you're not looking in. You seem to actually be present. You see a vortex of shattered abyssal souls surrounding you. And you see an all too familiar shadow of Aldenok in a corner.
I'm prisoned. Sorry.
You can check. You seem to just be surrounded by these souls.
Okay. So I'm looking at her, right? Is she reacting?
She seems to not be reacting and does not seem to have any sentience.
Do I see the other three?
They do not seem to be here.
What am I feeling?
In this realm, you feel powerful. and you feel that time has slowed down here. Almost to a stop.
Is it, when you say time is slowed, is it particularly to do with, like, do I feel like a magic in the air, or is there
There
that
is
magic?
definitely a magic in the air, but the thing that gives you that indication is that as you move and look at your body, you see it moving faster than it should. You see everything else around you moving at a speed that just doesn't match your own.
Everything's moving slower?
Mm-hmm. You hear a voice in your head. I'm coming.
Who are you?
We return to this world.
We return to this world?
She killed us once, but not again. We're almost done collecting ourselves, and soon the we shall be the I.
We are... soon be... Did it seem to respond to that, I guess?
It seemed to have no response to you whatsoever. It was almost as if you were observing rather than a part of it.
Did it seem like I had a tie to whatever this was?
Make a history check.
Arcana, no.
This one would be history. You've heard this voice before, but it wasn't speaking in the language that it's speaking in now.
This is this.
You seem to recall this being the voice of a very large individual trapped in a laboratory prison. And as you re-look around, you notice that time returns to its original state.
Oh, really?
And you open
now?
your eyes. Nihilus is standing above you.
Oh
Yes.
God!
So Art opens his eyes.
Did his ring go off, or did my cure wounds do it?
Neither.
You
Is
just,
it Aris?
I'm gonna slap
am
him.
I on the ground?
Well, Rain,
on
you're
the ground.
nowhere near
I
him.
know, I'm too far.
The psychic slap from 125 meters.
Yeah, you level in the middle of that.
So,
What the
oh,
fuck?
it's screaming again. Stop screaming.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I kind of sit up. Did I take any damage?
You fell.
Oh my God! It's so loud and creepy in
So
my
fucking
headphones.
loud, Jesus.
Time to lower the
As you
volume.
get closer to Aris, you hear these sounds occurring. And
I
then
look at... No, go ahead.
You all notice that Aris is back in the sky. Nihilus is back where she was.
What?
Time.
You retcon bitch.
I didn't do anything, lol.
Lol. You mean
Aris, you hear a sound that echoes throughout the entire forest. All of you hear this as well. The Zeitman returneth.
The who now?
Zeitman?
Remember that those notes when I said the god of time is Zeitman?
Oh god, oh my god, is Flame a fucking god of time now?
I don't think so.
And that's where we're going to end today.
You need to stay the fuck away from Kyrie.
That's fine. I didn't do anything. I actually didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You also weren't there for that conversation I had. So.
Yeah, but the VOD knows.
Yeah, the VOD knows. Well, you guys were here for it. The other one.
Kyrie wanted to destroy your orb. Is it still in him? Like
The
we
orb
went
is
back.
nowhere to be found.
Oh fuck!
What was it
Your
called? The
orb.
Zeitman
Orb.
returns?
That is what it
Returneth.
said, yes.
Returneth. By the way.
As in present tense.
has
It's
been returned.
meaning that it is here.
It has returned.
Mhm.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't know.
bad. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say bad.
I don't know. Thanks for watching, everyone who watched.
Oh man.
Oh shit.